Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Shatterdaze with Venom 420, and my buddy's here. So, that was the Panda, this is the Zig, and you are hopefully doing well. So, let's get you going. Oh no, that's the Zig. That's the Zig. Let's get that out of there. That's a little better. What you stop fucking doing? All right, Ziggy, what you got going on today? There we are. Okay. That's a little bit better. Had a flying panda hit the screen. So that's still off, huh? Let's go here. There we go. Good enough. Oh, hopefully everyone is doing good. And you're not currently on fire like the rest of the states. So. Shit, man. Get that shit, man. There you go. All right. Well, let's get a bowl loaded. And then unloaded and loaded again. Today was pretty awesome. Yesterday, spent the night up in the mountains. Spent first half of today. It was good, other than the fact the whole fucking place is like a fire pit in this goddamn fucking state, if not this whole goddamn country. Fires are crazy. I actually think I came back from the mountains and it smells more like fucking mountains here than up there. Spicy Dorito, hey, whoa. Hopefully you're doing well this evening. Thought it'd been a little bit since I'd been on, so it might be good to check back in with everybody. The last couple weeks, I have been dealing with a whole bunch of crap. Nothing too terrible, but been unable to be online. Most of it's good, if anything, but sometimes you just can't make it. I did put up my videos finally of Psycho Las Vegas. I feel good about that. It took me about a year, but I did it. So, all right. We got cats. We got cats galore. All right. So, that here, you just Ziggy. Ziggy's just, he hasn't had catnip in probably like a month or two, so he's probably just reevaluating everything a little bit. All right, let's get this going. You good, dude? Yeah, you're good. All right. He's just a little catnipped up, I think. He's just had a nip of. So. But even being gone for one night, I miss my little buddy Ziggy. So. And he is the most socially, he has the anxiety or separation anxiety of any cat I've ever seen. So he doesn't do good when I leave. There you go. All right. But that's okay. So here's to it. Cheers, everybody. Hopefully your week has gone well. Hopefully your year has gone well. If so, let all of us know how the fuck you did it, because 2020 has been a fucking shitstorm for most people. But hopefully you're doing good. All right. So, but other than that, everything has been going really well. My plants I grew. I have 5 little crack babies. The green crack. They're all doing very well. The shroomage has done well. We went out foraging for wild mushrooms today, but it was just too dry. I was kind of hoping to have some pictures to share with the awesome mushroom hunt, but that is not how nature works. It is not a fucking grocery store, and you have to appreciate it for what it is. Just, there to be beautiful and exist, and we're lucky enough to walk, let alone forage from it. So I am not too disappointed, but what you gonna do? Let's go ahead, spin the wheel of dabs, and dab upon the spinning wheel. You good, Zig? There we go. All right. On the wheel of dabs, whole bunch of different dab selections. Whatever the little wheel lands on, we'll take a dab out of it. Is that their rig? And it's free choice, which kind of defeats the purpose of the fucking wheel. No, I'm just checking. I'm just picking anyway. We got some crap, shiny crap, gooey crap, smoky crap. If I can bust out this Durban poison. All right. So we have a gram of this bullshit child-proof lock, which apparently it can tell my immaturity level because it's not letting me open this. And it's gooey stuck to the fucking lid. So you got half that, half that. I'm like, awesome. You just fucking gooified my fucking lid. Damn it. Distillate is great shit. I just hate the liquid aspect of it. It gets everywhere. And it's hard to keep where you want it. So, what are we going to do here? We will take our little sword and we will grab our Durban poison distillate and we will spread it on like a Vegemite sandwich. There we go. It's pretty stuff, really. It's got this golden glow. It's like Leroy from the Last Dragon, if you catch my reference, which probably old if you did, but that's fine. Oh shit, Night Stalker Medic. Yay, time for something chill. I've been watching all of this hate in the world. Oh yeah, now it's time for me to spread my word of hate. I hate everyone who pisses you off. We can hate together. That's what I find with all my friends. Not what we like, but what we hate. No, I'm just joking. All right. Nice. Night Stalker, good to see you again, buddy. Syph, I'm here. What's going down, buddy? Good to have you here. The Bummy Banana. Cheers. The Bummy Banana. Cheers indeed. Dylan plays. A. Every time I hear the word A, I want to follow it up with cunt, though. Hey, cunt! Over here! All right. Some people don't take it very kindly in this. They don't take kindly to that word in this country. We don't like the word cunt in this country. All right. Night Stalker Medic, where have I been? So, 2 weeks ago, I've just been really busy, but I've been putting out a couple of videos a week. I did the Psycho Las Vegas tour that I did because I was supposed to be on vacation last week. Last week was my yearly vacation, and I was here. So I did try and enjoy it the best I could. Went to the mountains at least once. Went to the mountains last night. But nothing bad. Nothing bad's been happening. Just busy. Dude, in 1 week, dog got sprayed by a skunk. My credit card was fucking compromised and thousands of dollars charged onto it and had to get that sorted out. I worked a full day of work and the computer shut down and pretty much fucked me out of all my pay for a whole day, 10-hour day pay period. Nothing I can do about it at this point. Shit just kept happening. Like, I can think of more things, but I'm like, why? Fuck all the bad shit. But so it was just like this constant, like, god damn. And like the whole time thinking, I'm not even fucking supposed to be here. I feel like, what is it, Dante from fucking Clerks or whatever, where I'm like, dude, I'm not even supposed to be here today. I should be on fucking vacation. I should be in Vegas, fucking Vegas having a good time. And I personally don't even like Vegas, but I love I like Metal Fest. I just like concerts, and concerts are pretty much gone. I was talking with somebody, talking to my girlfriend, actually. She's a big metal head and has probably the most fucking important opinion upon it of anybody I know. But she was kind of saying how, they're starting to do concerts now and they're spread out. You got these little pot of people here, pot of people here, pot of people here. And like, for a lot of people, that's going to be fine. So like, oh, cool. We can sit down, maybe even have a nice little drink, a little sandwich and watch our favorite band. Fucking Dave Matthews is going to fucking blow the house out. Nothing against Dave Matthews, I guess. But I'm just saying, it's fine if you do that. But metal shows are going to be affected so much more because it's going to be like, it's going to be hard to fucking get people to sit and, I don't know, man. You lose all the contact of moshing, crowd surfing. It's one of the only genres that are going to really be fucking affected by that, and that's kind of shitty. So hopefully next year, there'll be Psycho Las Vegas, and if anybody goes, I will be there. And it would be nice to have more people to know, because when I was out there, it's great to meet new people, but it'd be even funner to kind of come with a crowd and fucking just destroy the town and get stoned and have a great time. Next year, that's the plan. A year from today, I'll be telling you about the time I had last week. Let's take a dab. All right, we will take the purple shark, the nasty purple shark full of the brown water liquid that we will change out. There's nothing grosser than me hitting a bong, getting water in my mouth, which is enough as it is, and then being like, oh, fuck, I haven't hit that piece in like a month. That's month-old stagnant bong water. Were trying to get me to listen to a lot of EDM and stuff, and I have nothing against it. I just can't find shit that really grabs me. But there was a couple bands that were like moshing and shit, and that was really weird to see. So it does happen in other genres. ICP was a huge thing for me my whole life in concerts and shit, and they have a mosh pit every time. Crowd surfing, stage diving, like it's a rap band, but that goes a lot for me. I don't know. I think of being young, full of energy, and not liking sports, not liking people, not liking anything that requires me fucking to do anything on someone else's time. But I don't know. Something about the crowd. I'm a pretty social person. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing a show like this if I wasn't just trying to connect with people. And concerts bring like-minded individuals there. A lot of the concerts I listen to, a lot of the jam band shit, I like going to jam band concerts just because of the feel and the atmosphere of like everyone you know that everyone there is chill. Even if they don't support your lifestyle, they're open to it. They don't judge you and they don't give a fuck. They probably have weirder shit going on than you do. And that's hard to find, and I appreciate it so fucking much. Same with like a lot of those things. Any festival, try to listen to that music just so I can fucking like go to that festival. I'm like, I don't even really love it, But if I could, I'd be at like Burning Man every year, shit like that. Just because we need to get more people with like-minded ideals together to talk and think. That is what increases our cognitive ability as human beings. You say something, I say something. We take it, break it down, compare it, and hopefully we realize the same planet with the same ideas, and we will eventually get to the same goals. But you never know. Night Stalker, change to BDM. Someone will grab you. Change. BDM, what is that? Bondage or something? Or do you mean EDM? No, I don't know. See, that's how out of it I am. BDM could be a whole musical genre I don't know of. Yeah, and I don't want to get grabbed necessarily, but and like mosh pits have a very weird thing where people see them from the outside and it looks really unpleasant and fucked up, but everyone's usually really nice. Punk shows, like you said, are a little bit more fucked up because they do that crazy shit where they're just fucking swinging with their heads down and shit, and like shit happens. I've been punched in the face for no good fucking reason. And at a metal show, everyone would have been like, fuck you, bro, and fucking like beat the shit out of that guy. But at a punk show, it is yeah, fucking insanity. Shit happens multiple times, but it is what it is. I still enjoy it. 99% of the time, everyone has great etiquette, at least in Denver, from what I know. I can only say about where I'm at, but I don't know, man. It just, like I said, metal communities, punk communities, anything with that is going to feel it even more than all the other bands who are already going to feel it. I'm not taking that away from them. Anyone who performs in front of large groups of people are going to feel it. But hopefully shit's temporary. You never know. I'm going to change this water. We'll do some dabs. All right. And we are smoking out of the Purple Shark, which I got in celebration of my album, The Purple Shark, by my band, The Purple Shark. Although this looks slightly like a pink piranha. One day I will get a legit, probably Nico Cray Purple Shark made with the crown on top and everything just because it's awesome. Plus, I feel like I bought a knockoff of a very nice person's glass. So eventually, when I have about $3,000 to spend on a legit Nico Cray Purple Shark piece, I will. Till then, we have the Purple Shark, aka the soon-to-be pink piranha. Let's take a dab. Meow, meow, meow. God damn. Too many bangers. Oh, Ziggy, what you doing? Are you all nipped up? Did you get all fucking nipped up and now you're taking a catnip nap? Oh, shit. Liam, back once again. I am. I last week wasn't planning on taking off. The week before I was planning on taking off, but I put out a video. So I'm like, oh, that'll be good. Enjoy. I like your style. Well, if you're talking about Enjoy skateboards, you got something I'm into. I used to really like Enjoy skateboards, even though I never rode them. They had a good team. Oh, shit. I'm losing some distillate. All right. But thank you very much. I don't even know what my style is, so that helps. When you can't define something, it's harder to, I guess, pinpoint it out. But thank you. All right. Hell yeah. Got that Louis. Yeah, dude, old school Enjoy shit was sick. Like I said, I never owned an Enjoy deck, but I was into a lot of their shit. God, who am I thinking? Why can't I think of this stupid fucking name? Usually I'm watching skate videos all the time. I actually haven't watched a skate video in a very long time. I'm old and I don't skate and I'm a fucking loser. You know, piece of shit. One time I laughed at something that was just horrible. No, I don't skate anymore because I suck, but I want to get back into it. But skateboarding is always on my mind. If I'm driving down the street and I see a spot, you know, some people see a fucking handicap parking rail or something. I see a skate ramp and a fucking. I imagine somebody who has talent, not me, being able to skate that shit. Liam, how's the shrooms coming along? So the shrooms, I already did a couple of batches. There's a couple more. I'm already on a second flush. Shrooms are doing very well. So yeah, you know, every few weeks I'll get some shrooms. It's a learning process with shrooms. But I will say this, I've learned growing mushrooms is relatively easy. I would say it's easier than growing pot. You know, fucking, if you can grow pot, you can grow mushrooms. Mushrooms are not that hard. The hardest part is sterilization, and you can do one of two things. You can either order pre-sterilized stuff, it's really expensive, but technically, like, if you wanted to trip shrooms and you had no connections, no way of doing it, nothing, you could still do it relatively easy. For about, the most expensive item you need is a pressure cooker. If you already have a pressure cooker, you could start for less than $100 and have equipment ready to keep growing. And then you can go to websites, because spores are legal to buy online. Buy you some spores. Then you do what I do, take spore prints from, and you can just keep your cycle going. That's another cool thing about mushrooms. They're easy to re-inoculate a new batch. So here's to growing anything, even if it's zucchini, which I love zucchini, cucumber, everything. Growing things will also grow you. Growing you as much as you're growing them. So cheers. What is that, Durban poison? That's nice. Oh man, that is nice. One of the old school strains I grew was Durban poison. So if I see it for sale, I buy it. It's just really old. Good strain. Richard Herrera. Growing is just part of life. It is, but you don't have to do it. Humans in general exceed at separating themselves from as much of life as possible. And death. We don't want, you know, we to the point where if you're going to die, we push you into a place. And if you're going to live, you're going to go in another place, you know. We don't go to Mexico, and they have a very different outlook on celebrating death. And it kind of gives you a perspective on celebrating life. So, but growing is so much a part of life. Every time I start growing plants, it brings in positive things into my life. And I'm not a big spiritual, vibey person, but goddamn, you know, when it keeps happening, I can also take it as an actual thing of I'm doing better. When you grow plants, you put yourself on a schedule. You obviously have to maintain those things. It costs money, so you need to have some dependability on yourself, responsibility, and those things bring good things into your life. So even if you don't believe that the plants are fucking tossing you a bone, you are expanding who you are by growing those plants. So enjoy. How many years have I been smoking? About 20-ish, give or take a year or two. But I would say 2 decades solid, because I'm old. And I got into it young. I'm old now, got into it young. Not once, not twice, but thrice. All right, Liam, I eventually watched the Smegheads back in Dwarf today. They've aged very badly. I eventually. So back in the Dwarf, is that the movie? Didn't they come out with like a short movie or something coming out? I haven't seen it. I just got done watching the last, what is it, season 13 or something. I don't watch a lot, so my girlfriend's never even heard of Red Dwarf. Most people in America haven't. It is not a fucking popular show. Gypsy, hey, good to have you. But I will watch it just because they aged. Was it still good? It could still be good. I thought the last seasons, if you take the last 2 seasons and put all the good episodes into one season, you'd have a great season. But they're episodes, in my opinion, which no good series should probably have. Daydreamer, hey, you suck. I loved your video last week. First off, yes, I know I suck. 2, thank you very much. Yeah, that was my. I felt bad for not. I knew, not last week, but the week before, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do a stream. So I put out that video, and I was supposed to actually be there, but like I said, it was a rough week. I've had a lot of shit going on. Very positive, and that's the key for me. So, Gypsy says, hey, Daydreamer. Yeah, it's good to see both of you again. I knew I'd be back. It was just a matter of time. My goal is to both do videos and live streams, but apparently it's been rough. I just work as much as I can, and I don't know, try to spend time with people you care about, blah, blah, blah. But I really enjoy spending time with you guys, too. And the show means a lot to me, so surprisingly. For something that really doesn't mean a lot, I've been thinking about it, and it means quite a bit. Daydreamer, all my plants died. No! I'm so sorry, Daydreamer. I killed, if it makes you feel any better, all my plants are living now. So I bought 10 feminized green crack seeds for like 65 bucks, right? So I paid money for my shit. God, it's fucking hot in here. Take a dab and it raises the fucking temperature like 10 degrees. I could be out in the snow, take a fat dab, and I'm like, fuck, is it hot out here? But anyway, so I bought 10 feminized seeds, and the first 5 I grew, I killed because of the way it was. I mean, there's a lot to it, but I killed 5 plants that cost me like $35 fucking dollars. So for feminized green crack seeds, so like shit that is worth even more than that to me, you know, obviously I'm going to grow it much more. But I got 5 going now, and I did it the way I kind of wanted to the first time. And what do you know? They're all alive, doing great. I think I have a lot of pictures. They're on my Instagram. I should pop some up. Which is a good time to mention, if anybody has anything on Instagram they want to send me to show you guys, that's fine. My Instagram is the same name as the YouTube channel, Venom, the word 420, the lettering, and we'll share some pictures if you want. I'm sure I have a couple people have sent me stuff throughout these last 2 weeks that I haven't updated. So, pictures of pot, pets, plants, shit like that's always great. I know I didn't try and fucking kill them. I tried to grow them. My failure is only a failure if I fail to learn from it. If I learn from it, then I try to go on. You know, there's a lot of things in my life I've done. I was born, you know, just a little off like everyone else. Impatient, unkind, unthoughtful. Those are not things I was born with necessarily. You know, everyone's born with a clean slate, but, you know, I wasn't born fucking some immaculate child. Lessons, you know, I feel like I became a person than I could have been and was maybe on the path to be. Not saying any one thing in particular did that, but like I said, I think learning from your lessons rather than being so prideful that you feel like that the world fucked you over was a big part of that. So, Liam, have you been documenting the shroom growth for your channel? Have you not been documenting? Have and haven't. So, I'm a new, like extremely amateur home. I don't even know if home mycologist is the right word. Mycology enthusiast, because I just enjoy watching other people. You know, mycology is a fucking, you know, an science. It's a fucking science. You can get a fucking degree in it. So I just enjoy doing it. But so the thing is I'm taking video every now and then. I'm videotaping things. But you know, nothing I've done is super impressive. I don't know if you've seen the pictures I've had. I had a fucking big pile of shrooms, don't get me wrong, but so I can do it. But I've seen other people do it pretty amazing. I don't know. I want to do it, but I just don't want to like put out information that's not good. You know what I mean? Like I want to make sure I got my shit down a little bit better. Right now I do have some advice and things I'll put out. I think if you just tell people what you're doing, like I said, all my videos, I don't think I give off an air of I'm the smartest motherfucker in the world. Listen to me or you're an idiot. I'm very humble in that because a big reason I do these videos is I should just make more mushroom videos because I'll put them out. People will tell me what I'm doing wrong, and then I can actually learn and give you feedback. One thing I'm good at is making a penny stretch really far, so I can tell you how I did all my fucking mushroom grow for a lot cheaper than what I've seen online. Okay. Daydreamer, I fertilized while they were in bloom, and the next day they all died. Mine were already there blooming, just to let everyone know, don't fertilize, just use water. Holla. Or Ola. I see holla. Holla. Hola. Hola, Kurt. Hola, la, la. What? What are you meowing at? Come here. Hey. Cat toy. Give me 1 second. The cat just sits there and screams at me to turn on her little automated toy. Uno momento. Okay, here's your toy. Here's your toy. All right, there we go. All right. Oh shit, Maker. What up, Nick? Not gonna lie, not gonna be here long, but hi. That's okay. None of us are. And I am high. Ziggy didn't like me saying that. I'm gonna be here forever. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I like to tell the cat I'm gonna live forever. All right, Dreamer. But every day turning the lights on and off and talking to my plants hurts. Yeah, I've done it. I've done the exact same thing. So I one time, pretty much every bad thing you can say I've done. Let's just say that. First off, if there is something you could fuck up in this world, I've done it. People, things, plants, fucking cars, computers. I've destroyed and hurt and fucked over everything in my life. I like to think that I wouldn't do that now in my life. Again, I've learned a lot in my life, but I'm not the same person. I've grown. But so I had a fuck. You want to hear this? How many plants was it? Okay, yeah, that's what happened. Well, it was a combination of things, but I was just, like I said, most of my life I'm quick to get depressed. I'm quick to be angry. I just have fucking attitude problems. I've been a dick most of my life, is the way to put that. People say, oh, I have bipolar, oh, I have this. I'm like, and you do. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, for me, my self-diagnosis was I was an asshole. I didn't care enough about, I cared too much about myself. It's not that I've never cared about other people, but people just care too much about themselves. I know that firsthand because I cared about myself far too fucking much, you know? I was growing 6 plants of blueberry. plants, huge plants, 6 of them, a room filled. I hurt my arm, so I was in a cast, and I remember just being in a bad mood all the time and just not taking care of those plants. You know, watering them, leaving. Not really paying attention. Everything was on a timer. Just let them do what they do. They all got fucking spider mites, dude. And I probably, if you pay attention and use your fucking eyes, I could have just looked, seen the first signs, done a spray. I remember, like, by the next day, and by the time I looked into the back of my fucking canopy, it looked like cocoon spider web. I'm like, and I was in such a shitty mood. Well, they're all fucking dead. Fuck it. So I didn't even attempt to save any of them. I let so many plants die. Bushes of blueberry. I let 6 giant plants just be like, well, fuck. All from neglect. All from not caring. And that was the last grow I did for a very long time. I'd already just like, I was thinking too much about making money. I was growing it. At one point, growing pot was my life. That's how I made my money. That's how I bought all this shit in here. It wasn't from fucking having a job and being a normal person. I would have fucked that up a long time ago. I'm shocked I'm able to do it now. But I grew pot, and at some point, pot became legal. All my friends were just buying it from dispensaries. Shit was changing. I'm like, dude, you're buying garbage from people who don't care about you, and you just took you're taking the money off my plate, and just fuck this world. I just was not in a good place. And again, when you're growing for money, I'm like, I saw shit like that. I wasn't growing them to enjoy their company. I wasn't watching them and paying attention in the way I should. And my heart wasn't in it, so who gives a fuck if I lost that? You know, I feel like if you don't do things with your intention in the right place, then if you fail, I have empathy for you. You know, failure isn't always a bad thing. If you were out to do some malicious horror and you failed at it, I'm rooting for your failure, and failure might teach you some how to be humble. So anyway, White Willow. Hey, bruh, I have beautiful females right now. Yep, that's what I was gonna say, but spider mites is the more commonly term, and I just let them fucking do their thing. Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah, you heard that thing? I just had to kill a couple of males. See, males is hard to do too. Honestly, dude, I've had, and Daydreamer too, everybody. I have seriously been affected by having to cut down my room full of beautiful females that I grew to cut down. But like something about hacking that plant, it doesn't feel good to me. I don't like doing a lot of things. I'm a very, and this is a top thing or eventually, but like I feel everything so goddamn much. It sucks. Being empathetic to that fucking level is not cool. It makes stupid shit like cutting down plants that aren't a big deal. Like I cut down trees at my grandma's house and de-weed and do all this shit, and I'm like, I just don't like it, But all right, White Willow, yeah, they were beautiful as fuck. Caught them early, and early though, at least, and yeah, it hurts my soul. Says White, yeah, dude, like I like. And again, I've had plants that I knew were made to, they were going to die anyway. You don't want to just let them die on the stalk. But I'm like, fuck, it's just, you don't feel right. It's kind of like my grandma one time, she'd always, she's English. She has been eating fish her whole life. Long story short, 90 years short. She ate fish her whole time. Like my cousin caught a fish like this big, a prize fish that he shouldn't have kept and probably should, what I mean? And so he had my grandma, and he's like, here, grandma, you love fish. I got you this amazing fish. But she was talking about, like, when she was cutting it and gutting it, it was so big, and the heart on it was so big. She had, like, nightmares of that fish talking to her and shit. Someone who'd eaten fish her whole life. And she's like, I can't get a fish anymore. It fucked me up because it was such a beautiful, that fish wasn't a keeper, that should have been back he was like a kingfish, and I totally get that. Like, I'm far too feeling for anything. You know, I don't know. It's rough. White Willow, legit, have like a 10-foot plant in a teepee at my grandma's house. That's awesome. I would like. My goal is to start growing things that aren't drug related. I need to grow some more plants and vegetables and all that shit. My goal is to fill up my closets, all of them, or anything I have, any space I have, all different types of edible mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms, and if a couple magic mushrooms happen, then what am I to do about it? But yeah, growing things, like I said, is super important, and I feel like I want to start being a little bit more self-reliant on my own abilities to feed myself and I don't mean buy food, I mean literally grow it and preserve it and keep it year round. I'm not trying to do a lot of stuff. Gypsy sent me a cute picture. Yeah, if anyone wants to send some cute pictures, that's fine with me. I will put up the link here and we'll give it a second. I'm on a spin the wheel of dabs and dab where the spin lands. But first, White Willow. I've got actual tomatoes too. See, there you go. Well, White, when pot was illegal, tomatoes and pot plants grow so similar that you go to a hydro store and be like, yeah, man, you just use tomatoes as an example for your pot. And it'd be a guy like me talking to another guy who is obviously a stoner, and he'd be like, yeah, I need bigger tomatoes. My fruits aren't big enough. And he'd be like, oh man, use this shit here. It'll make your tomatoes taste so good. It'll fill the baggies. And it's like, it was just obvious. It's funny how that was how people would lingo it. Kind of like, can I have that water pipe over there for my tobacco consumption, my good merchant? And it's like, yeah. White, yeah, good call. Daydreamer, I think I was a helicopter parent to mine. I don't know what a helicopter parent means necessarily. Should I look that up real quick? Is that a certain type of, I pick them up, I drop them off. Yeah, helicopters, I don't know if I have. Never been in one. I've been in one, but it wasn't flying when I was like a little kid, you know. Visit shit, but I've never floated. Even planes seem a little sketch, you know what I mean? Like this gigantic metal fucking hunk of shit that we get into the air somehow is pretty impressive. But helicopters seem like just flipping off fucking gravity. Fuck you, gravity. I'm going to twist my way into the sky. I'm going to ballerina into the sky. Stop me now. I don't know. They just don't seem that legit to me. But oh, shit. White Willow, like always hovering over them. Okay. Like basically sitting there 24/7? It's the helicopter parent meme. A parent who takes an overpriced, overprotective or exceeds interest in the life of their child or children. Sandy, for the win. Good to have you. Gypsy, hey Sandy. White Willow, okay, yeah, no. Helicopter parent, you hover over your child. I guess. I don't know. Would you say you're like that too? I think I was a helicopter parent to mine. Your plants? I don't know. That's a good thing with plants. The more contact you're in with them, the better. So, Sandy, everyone's saying what up, word up. And for the occasion, we will spin the wheel. Oh, man. Whew. Yeah. I'm in that stage where I like camped last night, drove back this morning, and then like took a nap. And then I'm up, and now I'm here. And You know, that after camping feeling? Not tired, but just like, I don't know. You have to readjust to walls and like, sometimes you don't realize how far from nature you've come until you spend a little bit of time in it. So then you get in and it's like, oh yeah, walls. And especially this room is an extreme contrast to camping. You know what I mean? It takes me days to get used to fucking being in nature. Just to be like, oh man, I have to reabsorb back into it like a druid. Alright. Mickey D, what up, buddy? Hopefully you're doing good to see it. Oh, Tower of Power. Alright, White Willow. Like, camping is nice, but it's come home too. It is. But you know, I heard a comedian say one time, he's like, why would people fucking go camping? Why would you pay money to act like you're homeless for a week, you know, or whatever? I'm like, okay, you're not fucking camping, right? Like, I've never, you know, don't get me wrong, sometimes when I'm camping, I am like, oh, I could actually I could do this. But no, for a living, I could not go back into fucking a world full of people who are fucked. You know, you get that feeling every now and then. If you don't, you're not me. But I don't feel like that anymore. I remember when I first heard that. I was born downtown Denver. I'm fucking 15 minutes away now. I'm a city person hardcore, but I was lucky enough where I was taken into nature enough times to be like, to get it. Be like, okay, like, it's so much more, you know? The biggest skyscraper we have is a fucking, you know, flick from a piece of floss out of your teeth compared to nature, you know? Like, it's just so much more. All right. But it is good to come home. It's the cats. If the cats weren't here, shit, there's been times in my life where I don't know if I would have came home. Probably be fucking, like, not dead because I had family, but fucking not okay. Cats kept me coming home. Plants keep me coming home, waking up, schedules, all that shit. Not that I need it so much now in my life, but there's been times where I didn't have responsibilities and things that would literally die if I didn't come home. That helped me realize that my life was something, you know? That responsibility does make an effect. Daydreamer, yeah, mine rebel against me, those bitches. Rebel. Yeah. Mickey D. Yeah, my mom and Jim drive in from Cali. They just left. The fires up. It's crazy. Mickey D. My house. Wait, they just left from my house and we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, no shit. Fucking crazy out there. I hope they're okay with all the fires. Mickey D. I'm glad you're on tonight. You haven't been on the last 2 weeks, and this podcast is something I look forward to every weekend. Well, thank you, man. We still need to hang out because so I love this show for a lot of reasons. Gypsy, I love being outdoors. I was just going to bring her up as well. Being able to meet, so Kenzie, who is in Denver, but she's up camping for the week at an Airbnb that was super beautiful. She's usually on here. Came in for a vacation, you know, from Minnesota. You know, I don't know her. I didn't know her before this. What is it? Yeah, it's like a podcast or whatever, blogcast, or I call it the globcast because we do globs of dabs. And you know, fucking we went and fucking met, and Gypsy, Kenzie, me, we went out and fucking ate some food, and like it was awesome. And connections are what I want, and that was the first real good one I've made with a person I met from this show. Met them, became friends, had fucking awesome time. So that meant a lot. That's really cool. And I just want to forest. And there was a decent amount of insect life. But with all that fucking releasing 750 million genetically modified mosquitoes into nature, and what they are is they have genetically modified them so that the females die before they can give birth, and males spread disease. They have almost no immune system. And I'm like, oh man, that just seems like, I don't know. It could be good, it could be bad. But I'm like, are mosquitoes really? I mean, don't get me wrong, mosquitoes are fucked, but we're also releasing them here in America, and they're not as deadly here as they are in other parts of the world, like fucking Africa. I'm like, anyone should be fucking releasing genetically modified mosquitoes. At least they have something to outweigh. They're like, yeah, we could potentially kill the world with modified mosquito, but you know, our people are dying at such a high rate. You know, but here in America, it's like, those mosquitoes are annoying. Let's get rid of them. Fucking 10 years later. Why is the world dead? This is annoying. See the same people having the same complaints. Well, this ruined my barbecue too. But all right, Mickey D, what happened? If you're talking about the insect life, I don't know. I just went camping. That was fun. I saw a decent amount of bugs out there, but God, if you don't see bugs out there, something's wrong. Daydreamer, I don't like camping. I mean, yeah, I like camping. I'm from Colorado. Camping was big. It is big here, I guess. I don't do it enough. It matters who you're with and who you're doing. I've gone camping with people who didn't enjoy it, and it makes it unenjoyable. But if everyone's on the same page, it can be okay. Mickey D, hey Gypsy. Gypsy, hey Mickey D. White Willow, totally random, but I watched Jack Black shave off everything. Like hair. He had a huge beard, right? And crazy hair. Gypsy, look at my picture. Oh, look at your picture. Yes. If picture has been sent. We are pictures trading. But that would be something to see. I wonder how he looks, because that's weird. There's Kenzie. I don't like sharing pictures without people telling me to share them. Oh, but they're in a really pretty place. I'm glad. I felt bad that they came to Denver and it's on fire and fucking it's all smoky and they couldn't see shit. So it looks like they have All right. So okay. And then yep, there's it's got a lot of hair. That's awesome. There it is. Let's not zoom in for a second. Awesome. Yeah, fucking teeth and hair. He's becoming human. Yeah, that's awesome. It is great that the little one is doing well. So nice. Yeah, anyone want to share photos? Now's the time. You know the place. If you don't know the place, it's Venom420 on Instagram. You can always just send me pictures. I share them here. Mickey D, I'm all out of weed tonight. Smoking that Texas tea, that black. That's funny. I think of Beavis and Butthead when I hear that, not the Beverly Hillbillies. But yes, resin is better than nothing. That's how it is. One day you're smoking on the cron, the next day you're smoking on the resin out of the bone. White Willow, I'm going to have a little guy here soon too. Shit, crazy. I've been talking sinkers. Wait, I've been taking sinkers like a champ. I've been taking sinkers like a champ. I've been taking sinkers. I don't know that one. But congratulations, have a little dude. That's crazy. Oh, gravity bong sinkers, maybe. But yes, congrats, White. I feel like I'm the odd man out, but I have never intended on having children in my whole life. It's cool looking at that kid. That kid looks awesome, but me, I don't know. All right, Mickey D, did you get that? Wait, did you get that Wu-Tang GLA crossover that I sent you this morning? No. Oh, the link. I was in the mountains. I couldn't check it out. I will check it out. But I saw you get service for like 30 seconds and you can't use your phone up in the mountains. So I did see someone sent me something on the way home. I need to check it out. I did forget that. White Willow, thank you, both of you. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Fucking having kids is crazy. Best of everything to you, man. Yeah, like I said, too much for me, dude. I think I was just talking about that earlier about how I'm just too empathetic and too nervous and too worried about shit. Like I don't know. I don't know. I'd freak out if my cat. I had kittens, especially since she's been fixed. But yeah, Mickey D. Yeah, kids are awesome. I've learned to appreciate kids a lot more. It's one of those things where I'm like, I get maybe in another world, in another time, and another thing, maybe kids. I don't think I would have been a bad person to raise a child. But I am not. It's not for me for so many different reasons. But it's just not for me. I was the youngest in my family. I've never changed a diaper. I've held like 2 babies, dropped one. No, I'm just joking. I have a bad 50-50 there. My guy just turned 14 months yesterday. See, time fucking missed. Time flies too. All right. Daydreamer, rolling a blunt now. Durban Kush on grape. I just did some Durban poison on grape swishes. They have a flavor. I love blunts. I do. I try to get the hemp wraps now if I can because I should avoid nicotine. I don't know why I should. I don't really care. If I didn't smoke pot, I would be a heavy smoker. So. All right. Mickey D, I love being a dad. It's just my favorite thing in the world. And that's the way it should be once you are. And like I said, I've seen it. Once you have someone that you care about who has a kid, it changes you. You know what I mean? I didn't see anybody I knew or cared about who had a kid until a lot later in my life. I mean, friends had kids, but I wasn't part of that. I mean, I usually would be annoyed because I'm like, oh, great, there goes my friend or something stupid like that. Again, I've been a very selfish person most of my life. But now once you have somebody you care about who has a kid and you see a little part of them, it's like, oh shit, that guy's really cool. That's really cool. And all I do is hope for the best for them and for the rest of the world. It gives me more motivation to be more positive outwardly and try to inspire more people to live positively because there's another person who has a whole lifetime that I actually care about to spend it in. So, because again, I've been very selfish. The world's fucked. The world's fucked. That's your fucking problem. I don't have kids. But all right, White Willow. God no, you would have been a cool dad, man. I mean, I don't think I would have been bad, but I think I would have been better now and then. But I never have been like a. I don't think I ever would have been a bad dad. All right. White Willow dropped one. Dropped one on a guy. Yeah. Venom, I heard a term for being too empathetic. HSP, highly sensitive person. I can dig it. Yeah. Yeah. It just is how it is. Some people have it, some don't. Although it sucks and it's a burden to bear, I wouldn't want to change it, I don't mind feeling things that I think I couldn't imagine not having that feeling. It'd be like losing one of my senses if that even was just taken away a lot, where it's like not feeling I honestly don't know how people don't feel other feelings. Like, your happiness directly affects mine. I don't want it to, but it does. That's not like, I'm such a good person, I care so much about you that your happiness is mine. No, it's just how it is. I feel other people's shit. If you're in the room and you're angry, I fucking feel that. Doesn't everybody? I guess I haven't really asked a large group of people, but it's like, and I'm guessing most of the people here do. It's only certain groups of people where you're like, wow, these people do not fucking have a second thought about anyone else. Usually the higher up the social ladder, you'll find that. All right, White Willow. I can't wait, to be honest. It'll be awesome. Well, yeah, man, fucking, if having a kid doesn't change you, then you're not the chick having a kid. Some tells me that's more intense. But as a guy, you should at least have some goddamn pride. But yeah, having a kid for a chick is a life affirming, splitting, from reality, and teaches you things. There's a lot of things that giving birth as a chick, guys will never get. They'll never understand being part of something else, caring, like literally that creation thing, and this is weird, but and also the pain and fucking amount of change in your body and shit, that like that mental headspace. I think there's not a lot of things, near-death experiences and shit like that. That shit changed my life. It's like, yeah, dude, fucking. I feel like anyone who's given birth has had one of those, whether they like it or not. Although, drugs now have kind of dulled that, which isn't a bad thing. But. Liam, Venom would be an awesome dad, but you're an even better uncle. Yes, thank you. Liam, Uncle. It has a ring to it. White Willow. Venom is. Senpai? Senpa? I don't know. Gypsy. Yes, the best uncle. Thank you. I said I don't mind feeling things. Feeling things feels fine. Daydreamer. It's called having a soul when you feel all those emotions. Yeah, and that's a good way to look and think about it, because I feel like that is exactly. I don't know what a soul is, and I don't know how to explain those emotions. So that's a good word for what I think of as a soul, is something that we don't name. That part of us that we just, which is a lot of it. Which is a lot huger as I grow older. I realize, and I'm starting to accept and be able to admit. White Willow, it's the signal that you send to the universe. Wait, it's the signal that you send to the universe. Signals that you'll get back. The secret, which the secret, is also. I don't support any of it, but Scientology bases a lot of that when you actually get into it. If you strip away all the madness, and the reason of that is because, what the fuck's his face? The guy who started it. God, writer guy. Anyway, he was a fucking like disciple or whatever you want to call it of Aleister Crowley and Theonism. Theonism. God, my brain isn't working today. Like I said, I'm running on half cylinders, but yeah, and they all basically go off that same thing of what you think is what happens, what you give out was what you come back. The Secret was that same thing. Yeah, my brain's mush. Mickey D, fuck Scientology. Yeah, it's fucked. And Tom Cruise. So no, the guy who started it, whatever his name is, the pedophile science fiction writer, that's what he was. He's actually the most published person of all time because of his books and shit like that. The Bible's the most published book, but that doesn't have an author like that. L. Ron Hubbard. Thank you, Sandy. Hell yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, he's so L. Ron Hubbard, I didn't found this out, but he married Aleister Crowley's ex-wife, took Theonism. I should know this, but that's how out of the occult I am these days. Where craft, but no, and pretty much took that, knew that was getting a little too extreme, and fucking people had it fucking pretty dark, and took his wife and fucking restarted it, created Scientology, and added science fiction to it because he was a fucking science fiction writer, and then took like 13-year-old children on boats to international waters and did a bunch of fucked up shit. Fuck L. Ron Hubbard. All right, but anyway, White Daydreamer, thank you for saying I have a soul in some sense. Not many people have agreed on that. White Willow, you're awesome, bruh. Hey, you guys are awesome for talk to. Mickey D, I can feel other people's energy as well. It's kind of fucked. I don't like being angry because someone else is, and you were chill 5 minutes before that. Yeah, and the more you care about people, the more you feel there. Sometimes that's the only people feel. You know, the only time you feel what someone else feels is if you actually care about that person. So that's Sandy. Yeah, I think you're right about L. Ron Hubbard. Mickey D, I was joking about Rim Cruise. It. Oh, Rim Cruise. Daydreamer, cults are cool. Well, when I start mine, you're all invited, and it will be the Cult of Cool. Fonzie. Hey. White fair. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Cults are just small religions that haven't. The Cult of Venom, I'm in. Yeah, no shit. All right, I need to grab the Tower of Power. So, I have often thought about like trying to get away and go to one of those fucking like almost to the idea of like a commune or something where you live at a place, you grow food and all that. But a lot of things keep me away from that, and one of the big ones is the religious overtones that they always seem to have, the culty feel. Cult in the sense of a bunch of people who are like-minded is fine. I'm not against any idea of people getting together and doing something separate. I think a lot of it is in this country, America, here where I'm at, if you do anything where you get a small group of people who are like-minded to do things together in a way that's against the social norm, they really don't like that. Any authoritarian people are against it. So all cults have to be bad. All secondary religions have to be fucking cults, and everybody better, eat white bread and fucking say the Pledge of Allegiance type shit. It really does get that way here. Yet this is the country a bad name because a lot of people make horrible choices. Jim Jones and those God, what is it? The people who wore the Nikes and drank the purple Kool-Aid. Yeah, I can't remember the name. But pretty much you still have to listen to your senses. I think if I had a cult, one of the big things would be, if I'm ever fucking doing something you don't like, then having a fucking brain and self-education and being able to debate people is the whole reason I'd want to separate from everybody. So why would I take that away from people who were there? Plus, I'm not super social, and it always seems like, okay, we're going to do a community thing every week, and we all got to get together, and I'm like, people. Sometimes, but you never know. All right. Daydreamer, remember that one night we all said you were our leader, Venom? Just joking. It was a red moon. The sun's been red under a red moon. Yeah. Hey, crazier shit's happened. The weird thing is, I don't think it's as hard as people would imagine it to be, especially nowadays. Everyone's looking for something. Anything's a better option than some of the bullshit we're handed every day. Liam, good night, all. Happy smoking with you. And yes, fuck Hubbard and David Mischikoff, True Evil. Yeah, Hubbard was bad. Yes, dude. There's no way he wasn't. And anyone who follows that shit deeply enough, it's like, that's crazy. But have a good night, Liam. I'm sure it's like fucking 5 in the morning or 3 in the morning, too. It's something crazy there. So I should be on next week. I don't see why not. If I'm not on there, it's probably not a bad thing. It's just been busy. So have a good night. Thank you, buddy. Willow. I only really like cults of culture, like gaming or music or movies, and those are kind of. I don't know if that's what still what a cult or not, and it is. I mean, I guess I should look up the exact definition of cult before I throw it around, because cult might, but I don't think it actually has in it inevitably. It's an unobjective word. It's not saying a bad or a good thing, but in our experience over the last 100 years, and again, anything that goes against the social norms is deemed as a bad thing. So since cults go against social norms, they're all bad. I don't love throwing the word cult around, but I don't love throwing the word commune around. I don't love, sometimes words are just the easiest way to get ideas across, but my goal is to have those ideas take seed into something else for you than they are for me. I know I do that, but everyone else is on permission, so there you go. Gypsy, good night, Liam. Daydreamer, good night, Liam. Liam, you got a lot of love. And yes, good night, dude. Always love having you here. Ricky Schneider. I don't know how to say that. Splooge? Splooge. Anyway, White Willow, good night, Liam. Sandy Trunks, good night, Liam. Yeah, have some good Z's. Again, I have to change this water because I haven't changed it in a long time, and we'll do some dabs. Be right back. All right. That. Oh, why? All right. All right. Mickey D, how come I can only? It's super weird. Well, anytime someone does or says something controversial, I've noticed that everyone else can't see it for a minute. Sometimes they'll pop in and sometimes it won't. But if you say like fuck something, it's just YouTube trying to be like, keep offensive things from you or from me. There's probably shit people say that I can't see, which is stupid. If someone wants to say something stupid, I really don't care. I don't give a fuck. I really wish I had nothing going on in my life where it's like, so how are you making it through this pandemic? Is anyone you know sick or something? It's like, no, I'm okay. I wrote some dick shit on somebody's wall last night. I'm fine. Obviously, shit's fine, you know? You can't tell someone like that, I hope you're doing okay, because obviously they're probably doing okay. So that's a good sign. All right. And it's nothing bad. Someone just wrote a dick or something along that line. It's like when you write boobs on a calculator. It's very impressive. All right. Oh yeah, Gypsy, turn it from top chat to live chat. That's probably a good idea too. White Willow, fuck, I missed the show. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about it for a bit. I'm so dumb. What show? I missed this show. I can't believe I forgot about it for a bit. I'm so dumb. Whatever. Hey, it's a fun show. It's fun for me. Daydreamer. Venomous Chill. Again, I've been, you know, it's something I've always been pretty chill. Fuck that. Thank you. Venomous Chill, I think that invites everyone, like all the chill people, to be here. And what was it? Someone quoted The Secret, but it's kind of true. There's obviously, I'm not saying to go out and read that fucking book, but what you put out is what you kind of bring back in. And some of that is the classic, you can't find what you're not looking for. You know, if you're not looking for yellow cars on the road that day, you might not see a one. But if you're consciously looking out for them, you'll see 100 of them. Just, you can't see what you're not looking for. And preparation, a prepared, or wait, I can't remember the exact saying. Coincidence favors a prepared mind, and there's no such thing as a coincidence. Coincidence is what's left over when you apply a bad theory, and so forth. But Mickey D, thank you, Gypsy. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Did that work, I wonder? I had to change it to live chat. Thank you for that. That is a good idea. I noticed that that's how it is. Which, how can you consider what's the top chat? Especially if there's only fucking 10 people in here. If you ask me, everybody who says anything is the top chat. If I had like 1,000 things flying through, I guess that makes sense, but whatever. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here with me. All right. White Willow. Oh my God, you. And then I can't read it right now. I'm done. See, I instantly go up like 10 degrees. It's like, fuck. Cheers. And there's a dab in the blend. Yikes. Nice. Good call, though. I like doing that every now and then. Wow. That last one fucking did it. It's crazy, man. It kind of sucks, but I can smell. I have like the window open and the fan coming in. It smells like someone's having a bonfire, a campfire right outside. So much smoke, so much fire. I feel bad for anyone who doesn't have the strongest lungs and breath and shit right now. Fucking asthma. My mom's got really bad asthma. I hope she's breathing okay. Because smoke here in Denver is fucked. Going to the mountains, fucked. About the only nice thing was sunsets and sunrises are fucking wicked. But I don't know. Gypsy, yeah. Mickey D, laughing about Mickey D. Yeah, Mickey D, I could see the dick now. Yeah, in the eyes. I thought it was funny. Like I said, there's a certain amount of levity, and like I said, obviously it'd be nice to not have anything going on in your life to the point where you're just fucking around like that. That's fine. I don't care. Mickey D, I hate the stale smoke smell. I love it, but I don't like where it's coming from right now. It smells like nice campfire. It smells like a campfire. But it shouldn't smell like a fucking campfire inside of my house. It smells like a campfire more here than last night when I went camping because we couldn't have a campfire. There's a state ban, which is fine with me. And I love campfires, but I'm like, fuck, dude, it's smoky enough and it's, it's fucked. So, Billy Bong. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Gypsy, I have asthma and breathing sucks. My throat hurts a lot lately. See, that's what I'm worried about. Because I feel lucky that I have really now, but every time I go to the doctor, they're like, yeah, you have 100% oxygen rate. They're like, that's as good as you can get it. You can't have it, it's 100% every time. And I'm like, well, that's good because I fucking take gigantic dabs on the daily. I'm not treating my lung. I used to smoke anything and everything other than like hard drugs, which I imagine those will probably really fuck up your lungs. But still, I smoked like cigarettes. I smoked cloves for a minute. Like as a kid growing up, there's like I smoked stuff, I guess. Like I said earlier, I'm lucky I do smoke pot and smoke dabs because if I didn't, I'd be a fucking chain smoking, cigarette smoking son of a bitch. I enjoy smoking. I just feel that this is the most enjoyable, medicinal, and socially acceptable in my eyes. The people who smoke it are usually open-minded. A lot of that came from the fact it was illegal for such a long time for such a bullshit reason. And anybody who stood up for their own rights and said this is bullshit automatically went into a class of people that related more to me than others. All right. Billy Bong, how's it going? Very well. Daydreamer, you say wicked, I say day. I used to say awesome. Wicked awesome. I didn't even notice I say wicked. I probably say a lot of weird stuff. I'll probably start saying whoever I'm hanging out with. Like, if you say dank, after a while, I'll probably start saying dank just because, again, I pick up on other people's stuff. I think we all do a little bit, but I know I do. I'm conscious of it. I'm like, oh, shit, that's kind of weird. But I love talk. I like to talk. I enjoy how people talk, listening to conversations, and everything about it. Thinking about words, thinking about our ways of expressing what's in our mind to other people, using small dictionaries that are invisible, and collecting them and seeing if they match up, and if they don't, why. Opens up a lot of philosophical questions that we don't talk about enough. Talking. All right, Sandy. That smoke and fire smell, Venom? Yeah, where I'm at here in California. Oh, well, you are on fire, right? And where I'm at here in California, the stench keeps rising and falling. I start prepping my go bag. I started prepping. Yeah, dude, fucking, it's fucked. Yeah, what am I sitting here bitching about? I didn't mean to bitch about the fires. California, but California's on fire every fucking year. No offense. I need to make a complete overhaul on fucking everything because it's just gonna keep happening. It's like how we don't have campfires here in Colorado this year. I'm like, or like right now. I'm like, dude, I love campfires with a passion, but I love the forest even more. And if people can't fucking do it, or if shit keeps happening, we need to overhaul it. I'm willing to sacrifice things to have a place to go. I'll have a fireplace in my house if I'm that obsessed with it and I can't handle fucking, yeah, it's just always a human interaction that causes it, which bothers me. I'm so sorry. Please be careful. Please be safe. I know a couple people out there. I should probably ask them the same thing and suggest. And to everyone in California, I'm sorry you live in a flaming fucking pile of shit. It's beautiful. I love California, actually. A lot of people I know don't like it. There's parts of it that suck, but the people, not the place. California is actually one of the only places besides Colorado. So that was mostly a joke. Mostly the people who hate it are from there that I've noticed. Mickey D, when I go, and they're from like the city, LA and shit. Mickey D, when I go, I gotta get through this shit. When I go at the school, they draw air from outside at 4 a.m. and just sits in the building and goes stale. Okay, that's stale smoke, you're saying. Yeah. Oh, that's gross. White willow. But they are ooey. Ooey. Oh, wait. Ooh, the nastiest smell is... See, every now and then shit goes up and down. Is roach or crystal joint? But they are. All right, Billy Bong. I hate the stupid tiki torches campfires that just go, and the campfires. I just go over, got over bronchitis. Yeah, that'll fuck you up. Ricky Schneider. I come in peace, and then a penis, then a little splooge. Still kind of funny. All right. Anyway, Mickey D, we are on fire every year too. I know. Well, like I said, it's just fucked up, and I knew why the fires were this year because when I went camping, there were so many people. I'm like, of course, the fucking everything's on fire because with the pandemic, everyone went out to go camping. So, White Willow. Same with the northern community here up in Ontario, called the Red Lake. Has a fire every year. I swear to God. Yeah, and I don't like. I mean, I love campfires with a passion. It's one of my favorite things in the world. And for me to say, because that's almost all I do is fucking walk around, look for shit, and set fire to things. That sounds bad, but like a big fire and enjoy it at night and shit. Like that's camping, and I'm willing. People can't do it. It's like, dude, I don't know. But then they just smoke cigarettes and flick them out. I don't know. Also, I think people need to be held accountable if they find you out that you accidentally even started by being a jackass and people died and lost their houses. You should at least get an involuntary manslaughter because you involuntarily killed somebody and destroyed their house. And there should be way harsher penalties. Daydreamer, I heard a scientist say California will always naturally burn every year because of the ecosystem. And it's a good thing. And it's kind of like climate change. Yes, it will always change. It's our that's the only thing that I feel like is a bad thing. We don't need to speed it up and we don't need to burn more shit. Yes, it happens anyway. But we don't need to be like, well, fuck it. And that's the problem I have. Oop, I better shut this door. It's kind of like a lot of things, but I don't know. Just, hey, buddy. I don't know, man. It's my problem, not anyone else's, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind people sometimes, like at concerts like that, but it sucks to go hiking and you have to like constantly walk by people and like it's like, wow, I didn't, it's just, it has the feeling of being on like a mall escalator or something like that. It's just like, this sucks. But I still love nature. I just gotta drive farther out in it, and I hope it all. Yeah. Anyway, Sandy, you made me laugh so hard about what you said about California, I fucking snorted. Okay, high praise there, then. Thank you. I was worried that when I said you lived in a burning pile of shit that you might take offense to that. That's why I immediately said, and I was honest. The parts of California that I like, I'm like, dude, I would live here in a heartbeat. But dude, those are like $1 million beach homes, and I'm like, everyone would live there in a heartbeat. Also, some of the shit like I drove by today, fucking $5 million houses on the side of a fucking beautiful forest cliff. I'm like, dude, anyone who doesn't want to live there is fucking insane because that's fucking nice. And if you can have the money to live there, you can have the money to do fucking, in my eyes, anything I want. But anyway. Mickey D, yeah, another Californian. Sorry I said your place was a burning pollution. Sandy, yeah, Billy Bong, I'm seriously thinking about leaving. See, everyone, Sandy, where? Where what? Hey, Venom, oh, where should I move to Denver? Should I move to Denver? You know, a lot of people would say no. Yeah, even my girlfriend has the no vacancy Colorado fucking sticker on the back, and I get it. But again, fucking place is on fire, dude. Like, go where you want to go. I love Colorado and I love Denver, so to be honest, you know, it's just an amazing place. Denver's great. Closer to the mountains, I think I'm starting to, especially after camping, I'm like, yeah, I need to get the fuck away from humanity a little bit. Just close enough to go to shows, just far enough to get away from people and have like a remote life and surrounded by nature, because it takes some adjusting, and I like the adjustments I make to get used to it. But where? I don't know. Denver's good. Boulder's amazing. Aspen's great. How much money you got? Are you a millionaire? Morrison was where those $5 million houses on the cliff. Well, that's where like the community was, like the weak ass one, but the nice houses. I would pick something way more remote, right out of there, or anywhere. But that's close. All right, Sandy. Hey Venom, should I move to Denver? Oh, that's one I just had. White Willow. Oh, I don't live up there anymore. Thank God, for a year. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Where White? I missed that. I take too long to read things apparently, but I do read them all. All right, Sandy. Hey, Gypsy. Denver is beautiful. It's so crowded right now, though, and so expensive. Yeah. So don't get me wrong. I want to be one of those people who are like, get the fuck out of my state, because it's there, and I do have that feeling. But again, like I said earlier, it's not my fucking state. I was born here and shit. I don't own the fucking thing. I don't own it anywhere. No one should. They're just invisible lines on the ground. I don't care about them. Mickey D. I moved to Colorado back in '97, but I'm from Cali. Back in '97, back when it fucking meant something. This fucking place. Fuck. I just grabbed. Yes, I did. Hey, it lived. All right. So, there we are. All right, White Willow. I always wanted to move to Cali, but fuck that, I guess. Well, again, I know places in California that I'm like, this is one of the only other places besides Colorado where I would move there in a heartbeat. It's amazing. But like I said, there's some places where anyone would want to move there because it's just so fucking expensive and nice. But the actual like practicality of living places, there's not a lot. I don't know any other place. I mean, places I would choose to move out of how I would live there would be, you know, I guess price. That's why people move out into like, I don't know, different places. It's a lot cheaper to move into a lot of different states than Colorado, that's for sure. But you don't get Colorado. The problem is you have to live there, and I'm not willing to sacrifice that, especially because I am from here. But I now am struggling with affording to live here more than I've ever had in my whole life. But that's why I've realized if I'm going to do that, I'm going to invest in some land in this state. And then in the next decade, because it's hard, I plan on investing in a place to have a little bit of land in the mountains, at least, you know. That's the goal. And then, because I can do everything I'm doing here from anywhere. You know, you wouldn't know if I was anywhere else. As long as I have the internet, that's fine. So, I'll get out there. That's the goal. Sandy, I lived in Denver back in '86. Aurora, close to Cherry Creek. I'm guessing. I think it was called Cherry Creek. Yep. Denver Tech Center. I used to work down there. Yeah, it's a little rough. I'm sure the names have changed. Cherry Creek. Yeah, but I do know it. It's nice over there. Very busy. Yeah, it's. Oh no, that's fun. Fucking rolling on the ground. That sucks. All right. It is nice over there. Cherry Creek's okay. Now it's an industrial shithole complex. Honestly, let me take that back. Cherry Creek fucking sucks. the Denver Tech Center fucking sucks. It's not that great. I used to work down there, and I worked with a bunch of fucking people, and they were all not from America even. Like, I worked from a temp agency, although I worked with people I knew, family even. I worked with people, but like, so this temp agency did a lot of people from newly out of other countries, you know, work visas from other countries and shit. So 90% of the people I worked with were not from America even. Tons of different countries. But anyway, a lot of them were recruited from like out of the country, and they were told, like the bosses and shit, they're like, okay, we're gonna move you. And sometimes they would just shuffle people around from the States too, from you know, your boss in Louisiana somewhere, and they're like, oh, we have a place in Denver, or oh, we have a place in Michigan. We'll send you out there. You'll be staying in this place, and then, you know, they'd be like, you're staying in beautiful Cherry Creek, Colorado, right off the mountains, right off this thing. And that's what one of the guys I was talking. He's like, they told me it was Denver. I would be in the mountains of Colorado, and they're showing me all these beautiful pictures, and it was amazing. And then they dropped me off in Cherry Creek, and I worked there, and like, there's homeless people out front. Shithole, you're nowhere near, you're hours from the mountains. It's fucking like, I'm like, don't get me wrong, if you're a millionaire again, there's probably beautiful places in Cherry Creek, but it's not what they were telling these people who were taking from fucking all these far places and bringing to there, and then they set them up in some little shitty fucking like hotel motel thing that they're getting on the cheap with a work visa to work at a place. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But Cherry Creek is okay if you don't have that experience. And I'm sure back in '86, if you choose to move there, it was nothing like that. But that was my experience, and that's what I think of. I work in Cherry Creek. It can be crazy, Gypsy says. See? Yes. That was my experience. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like it's very, it's like a downtown, you know? There's crazy people. Traffic was so ungodly. That's one of the big reasons I had to stop, because it was one of those things where I would work sometimes at like, and not come home until like really late, 1 or 2 in the morning, and I could get home in like 20, 30 minutes, or no, that's too quick, but like maybe 30 minutes to 40 at the most. Going there at 6 in the morning to go to work in traffic, especially, I can only imagine now, because this is years ago. I bet you now it's like that same drive takes like fucking 2 hours to get through the traffic. It's fucked. I remember that is something about California when they're like, oh, the traffic's gonna suck. And I mean, everyone did say I missed a lot of it, but I did see California traffic through LA on the fucking major fucking highways and shit. Fortunately, the people I was with were helping guide me through it well too. But I'm like, dude, Colorado, man, I've sat for fucking 2 hours to go to work in the morning. It's fucking unreal. I'm sure it's nothing like that. I'm sure California is much worse, but I'm like, I get a glimpse of it. Whew. Traffic will make you crazy. Daydreamer, plan on a small community of people that are chill to your point of view and existence. Sorry, my cursor's right in front of that too. That's my plan of life. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping for the best too. Daydreamer, I had an energy healer from California come to visit 2 weekends ago. She has a YouTube. If you want to tell everybody what that YouTube is, I would be fine with that. California, I do like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like California. I always felt my dad was from California. He was born in Hollywood, so I always had that weird. He always had some weird reverence for it in like old movies and like I don't know. He did. Like, I think a lot of, I don't know. I saw a lot of classic movies with my dad. He was into that shit and really into actors and fucking, especially like old horror movie actors. Bela Lugosi's, shit like that. Yeah, so I got a lot of early teachings of old horror movies and shit like that from a young age. So I have a lot of for you. Sandy, sending a hug to you, bro. When I lived in Aurora, I went the same shit you talked about. Yeah, no shit. Not that I needed to work. Yeah, fortunately, I didn't need one, but fucking, that was fucked up when they did that to those people. I was talking to people who, yeah, dude, they said I'd be in the mountains and I'm here. And they were saying some really shady, like, not that the place was shady, but like some Best Western or something in a shady ass part of fucking town, and fucking, it's like, it's fucked up. But anyway, Sandy, I wish we could continue as a species and get ready for the alien invasion. Well, that's a broad term. Who knows what that'll be like? But me too. I meant the alien invasion part. Hopefully, we do evolve as a species somewhat. Either way, man, I need a crutch, and you are being a little anchor on me. I can't do much. All right, I guess we'll roll this one filterless. I don't do that often. Very rarely do I roll without a filter anymore. I've gotten used to it. So, all right. But yes, Sandy, I feel you on the alien invasion thing. I hope we do start to wise up as a whole, because there's some very provocative thinkers, intellectual people with really good morals and goals when you talk to people one-on-one. But as a species, we have a long way to go. So, Mickey D, traffic in both places suck. Yeah. I thought, Mickey D, I thought your dad was British. So, my dad was the first person born in America. First ever. First person born in America. No, the first person in my family, it was him or his brother. I think it was him, but he was really close. He was born in California. His older brother was born in Britain. My grandma is British from Liverpool, but my dad actually was born in Hollywood. But he is British, and his parents were born there, had accents. You know what I mean? It's hard to avoid it. So, and he had a big fascination for like the British invasion that was happening. So he was British. His mom went to school with Paul McCartney's older fucking sister, and shit like that. So I mean, but he was actually, I guess, Californian, technically. I don't know how old they were when they moved from there. I think like, little kids, 10 to somewhere maybe around 10ish. But so he was kind of British, and he definitely liked British things, had British heritage. But I guess he's British like I'm British. Not very, not really. Just had no. He was much more, because, like I said, both his parents. So, and his older brother was born there. So my family I do have family in Shropshire, I believe, and all over London. I have a great aunt who's I'm sure she's too old now. Seriously, 6'6", solid 200 pounds, fucking sheriff of London, or deputy sheriff of London type shit, whatever they call it, constable of and that's like being downtown Denver. Fucking, like, she's no joke. I have some huge family out there, and by huge I mean huge motherfuckers. I'm so tiny. We did not get in my direct line of the family. That's why I want to go there at least once, even though I'm sure none of that very much about me. Or Daydreamer, nice rolling skills. Especially I don't roll a lot out of filter, but I'll take it. All right. Daydreamer. I was unexpected on how I met her. Oh, that was kind of cool. You're the healer from California. Unexpected how I met her, and that's how it. Thank you. Sorry, buddy. I don't know if I kind of kicked him off or he just chose to move. He probably didn't like the smoke. Oh, he's putting my leg to sleep every time. He always finds the perfect fucking spot. It's like, oh my god, dude. All right. But that's the best way to meet everybody. That's how I met all of you, probably, is the most unexpected ways. Yeah, some shit in my mouth. All right. Mickey D, if you want to stay close to shit but get away, you should move where I live. Yeah, see? And that's how I feel. And you know what? Even my house, I feel like I'm far enough away from the people I know that I never see them. Which, if that's what I was wanting to do, you can accomplish that where I'm at. Because it seems like if you just move at least 30 minutes or 20, 30 minutes from people, that's what I thought when I first moved here. I'm like, God damn, no one. It's like just far enough where no one ever wants to come hang out. They always want you to go to them. But Gypsy, I would love to live where you do, Mickey D. It's gorgeous. Where you live again? What's the name of the town you live in? I forget. White Willow. I make my own homemade cones myself. There, Venom. Some like fat doors, bruh. Dudes. Yeah, I do like. I've made my own cones sometimes. I like rolling, but cones are 50-50. I've had some cones smoke great, and sometimes I have bad luck with what I meant. I was thinking of that when I said it, and I saw that you were here. I'm like, yeah, but the random things, Daydreamer, it's good to meet people in random ways. It's not a bad thing. I think it's cool anyway. Jason, what up, y'all? What up to you? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing hanging out with people, smoking pot. Got the kitty. All right. Yeah, I missed him. I went camping last night, and little guy, White Willow Kitty. Yep. He's doing good too for being a 17-year-old kitty. God, that seems he's got to be about 17. Yeah. Time just flies, I guess. All right. But he's doing good. Panda's doing good. That's my other cat. They're all right. They've been trying to get used to a dog. There's been a dog over, and it's been slow process of getting them used to each other. What's going on? Daydreamer, I met Venom because of my younger kids had him on. I say young, they are 19 and over. Yeah, that's funny that you say that. Yeah. Well, my kids were watching Venom. He was doing. Yeah, we got you. Thank you for the clarification, though. But yes, that's cool, and that's how it is. It's random things. Like I said, and you can't find what you're not looking for. So I try to openly look for positive things and good people. So that's one thing I kind of remember. So when I roll without a crutch, like my lips are fucking getting resonated as fuck. Like I roll fucking. I don't know if you saw how much hash I poured onto this fucking joint before I smoked it. It's like, oh shit. All right. But yeah, just keep myself open to people, and finding things. And like I said, the most random shit, if you can pursue it in the right way, or if it hits you in the right way, can end up being a great friendship or a job opportunity, or changing in your life. It's that whole butterfly effect of the smallest things can make a huge action later on. Billy Bong, I like how there's two sides there. What is it, buddy? Oh, man. But let's see here. I do have. Try not to ash on the cat. He's got 2 fucking claw marks in his ear. Finally, the panda fought back, I'm guessing, at some point. He can be a real dick to the little one. And she got you back, didn't she? Bet you're gonna think twice about fucking kicking her ass for no reason, huh, dude? I got some pictures. I try not to share too many pictures because it's not my thing, but I got a few pictures to share. Should take more of the plants. The plants are looking better than ever. Daydreamer, I broke the den. No, I broke the den. I broke the den. Hopefully that's intentional, that says I. But all right. Well, it's hard to show pictures with cats on your lap. Huh? All right. So, you're going to spin the wheel of dabs and dab upon the wheel of spins. Because it's something to do. Oh. There we go. I accidentally bumped it, but we're still going with it. So, and I don't know if you can see this awesome picture background, a gift from Peppermint Gypsy. Thank you so much. Got in the background here this awesome nug with a bunch of faces in it, and the big 720 oil painting. Might be a little hard to see, but 710. So, thank you so much, Gypsy. I absolutely appreciate that. All right. Getting all chiefed up over here, buddy. Yeah, it is good to be home. Taking dabs, smoking joints, hanging out with cats. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not getting any of these. Something's wrong. I didn't get the gypsy thing. So Daydreamer, I see hearts. Mickey D, I say that's dope, Gypsy. But Gypsy, if you're talking about the thing in the back there, yes. I thought she might have said something. But there we go. Oh no, battery's dead. But yes, thank you, Gypsy. Awesome thing. The oil painting. Thank you for the clarification too. I'm like, I might not be seeing something, But yes, that painting is sick. So I appreciate that. I'm glad it's now a part of this explosion of things in this room. All my favorite things usually end up in this room. And if anyone ever gives me anything, a lot of them are like little gifts or knickknacks of things people have lent me over the years and are giving me. Yeah, you were fine. You're good. You are lit. Yeah. And it's like I said, I'm on that day in off of vacation. I was in the mountains this morning type thing. So, oh, the kitty. What's up, kitty? So, cheers. And I smoke a lot less in the mountains than I do here, obviously. Actually, I don't smoke as much as I do anywhere else as I do here. I also don't go anywhere, do anything, but I'm always comfortable here. Oh man, you should see the cat. She wants me to turn on her toy, so she's sitting there meowing, and she's totally like on her back with her arms looking at me. She's like, my toy. Toy's there. Turn on my toy. Give me 1 second. She has one of those automatic toys that spin around, and she just sits there and meows at me. She's like, I want my toy on. She's like, you weren't here for the last couple days to turn it on. Here. Gypsy, shit, my phone died. Yeah, my phone's dying too. Oh, yeah. Good reminder. Thank you. I should just take this one and put it in charge. All right. All right. Oh, Gypsy, shit, my phone died. What'd I miss? What's dope? You're dope, Gypsy. No, we were talking about this awesome painting I got. Was gifted from Gypsy. It says 710. It's got the bud with all the faces and the crystals. It's really, really cool. So it is now a permanent part of that. I might move this here. Oh, there we go. That's better. Not that in the way. There we are. Sweet. Oh, yeah, that was cool. So, yeah, going out, eating, all that was great. I had a great time. It was cool. That painting is awesome. I'm glad it is now in view, kind of. I guess. I don't know. It was weird thinking of a way to fill in this thing. It looks like the view today is a little off. That's fine. Daydreaming. Woo woo. Much love, Gypsy. Definitely. Yeah. Like I said, I got, and she also gave me this one too. This is a really cool photo in a nice frame of UV glass that my friend, our friend, blew. And it's a glass top. It's just an awesome picture. So, both those two right there. Gypsy, I thought you would love that one. Yeah, I do. And like I said, I try to keep things that I'm gifted or that mean a lot to me are either in my, I have a, I don't know, a lot of people would call it like an altar because it's full of a bunch of gems and things that mean a lot to me and shit like that. But it's a case, glass case. It's the same as my glass case here with the bongs, but it's all filled with shelves and has all my stuff I want to paint it all black. It's kind of wood colored like this one is. It's the same one as this. I want to paint that one black. This one can stay whatever. This fucking room is such a fucking psychedelic mess. Wood, colors. It's very colorful. So, but thank you, Gypsy. Thank you to everybody for joining. But yeah, let me this guy out. I hate to forget that. Gypsy, I have really cool paint. I'll have to tell you about it later. Sounds cool. I like paint. I have zero painting experience. So when I say how shitty of a painter I am, it's because I have zero painting experience. And like the times I've done it, I'm like, man, this shit's hard. It's hard. I don't know. I'm a very abstract artist in the sense that I can make art, but it's usually like it's hard for me to have an image in my head, take that image, and draw it down. That's like a talent of, this is how you have to have some skill. But I'm really good at just taking something and expanding on it, making it grow into art, whether that's a sculpture or a drawing. I'll start with this and then expand on it artistically. I haven't done enough. I need to paint. I'd love to paint more. White Willow, we love you, brother. Thank you, buddy. Gypsy, I paint a lot of furniture. See, I want to paint my cabinets, these cabinets, but I gotta take all the parts apart. It's just a pain. But I want to do that because they look nice. I've done it with a few things. Painting's great, but I don't know. It also takes a bit of like especially painting a room. It's like I got to move all this. It's moving crap that's the hardest part, and it's a little expensive. Mickey D, I paint classrooms like a beast. That's kind of cool. See, yeah, I mean, yeah, painting's cool, and it makes your whole house feel different. I know mine fucking felt a lot different painted. That sounds cool, Gypsy, says Daydreamer. I paint a lot of furniture. Yeah, I saw on your Facebook, or not your Facebook, well, I'm sure your Facebook too, but your Instagram, sometimes you post photos of cool stuff too. Yeah, I've done that with 2 tables. One table. It turned out really good, and I know I would like to do that again, but I don't know. I get in this thing where I don't even move my furniture for fucking like years at a time. Billy Bong, I can't paint. I grow weed. Yeah, hey, that sounds like a funny shirt. Bob Ross, bad painting. In a Bob Ross post. Yeah. I can't. I grow weed. Daydream murals, DMC. I'm guessing Mickey D DMC paints like classrooms, like repaints them, gets them looking nice again and shit over the time. I'm guessing you don't do murals, but if you do murals, I'm gonna do some murals at my fucking house. Gypsy, I'm working on china cabinet right now. See, I need to do. That's kind of what these are, like corner china cabinets. I'd like to do that. That's awesome. You should definitely post some more photos of them. Mickey D, question: who do you think is better in terms of bands, KMK or Cypress Hill? Personally, I am a way bigger KMK fan. I really like Cottonmouth Kings. Cypress Hill is good. Was it their last one? That last album, everyone told me to listen to it because it was really good. Not Elephants on Acid or something shit like that. I don't know. I forget what it's called, but it was really good. It was good. But I just Cypress Hill was okay. They were good. I don't know. I only had like one album of theirs though. KMK I got into quite a bit. Mickey D, I do the former of the two. I just get the class terms looking really good again. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's what I figured. But that's still, I mean, painting's still, that's a good thing to know, too. A good thing to have in your arsenal. I can also fucking paint when I go home. That's something you can take and do anytime. It's a skill, and it's good to have. I like to paint. I painted for a little while. I painted my dining room, and I thought that turned out pretty well. And I painted a bathroom. I wanted to finish painting my whole house over quarantine, but at some point I didn't have enough supplies, and I didn't want to go out into the fucking world, into Home Depot. I still don't. And now I don't have any money, so there we go. Mickey D, I still have the Spade SRH tat on my leg. That's kind of cool. And Cottonmouth Kings are back on SRH and all that. Head PE just put out an album, and he's on that fucking on the Spade. I like those guys. And fucking Head PE, his last album wasn't that great, but the album before was like one of the best ones he'd ever done. And he just came out with that album like 2 days ago. Check it out because he actually has some great music. Mickey D, I want to get covered with a giant Batman emblem, which is cool too. You can do that shit. I know I want to get my tattoo completely covered. I got a farmer's tan like a son of a bitch. I hate farmer's tans. And I walked into a tree branch today, and I got fucking from fucking shooting up trees. I guess I'm gonna shoot up anything. It's just literally go into the forest and grab a branch and just fucking. I did. I walked right into a branch. That looks terrible though. God damn it. God, that looks shitty. Anyway, yeah, I want to get my fucking shit either finished or fucking completely redone. I got it covered with the heartogram. Well, it's kind of a heartogram. It's like a tribal heart thing. I think the metaphor was wearing the heart on a sleeve. Wear your heart on a sleeve. Because it's a little funky. I'm gonna dedicate my legs to Batman shit. Well, you should, because that'd be cool, and that'd be a really cool. You could do some really cool Batman stuff. If I had the money, I'd be completely covered in tattoos. Completely covered in tattoos. A way about him. Not that I don't like Jack Nicholson, but he's. I always think of him as the like hick who smokes a joint and then gets his ass beat to death. That's the iconic role for Jack Nicholson and me. Although, honestly, he's been in amazing movies. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The Batman, as the Joker, The Shining. Those are like just really classic ones. Probably more The Shining. Well, I mean, I didn't appreciate it as a kid. It's not a kid's movie. It's hard to appreciate it. But Jack Nicholson's pretty cool. And then Easy Rider, even though he has a small bit part. Funny. Mickey D. Mark Hamill is my favorite Joker. He does a damn good one. Like, as far as the voice of Joker, he's very hard to beat. Obviously, Heath Ledger brought a lot of life back to the Joker. I didn't see that one dude who like has his hair all short and the fucking grill and the tattoos Joker. I thought that was a weird take on it. But yeah, if I had to pick one, well, I don't know. Probably Jack Nicholson. He's the best ones, my favorite. And then probably Heath Ledger for me, and I'm like not a Jared Leto. There you go, Leto. Spicy. All y'all smoke a fatty out of weed and stress the hell out. Mickey D's out of pot. A lot of people out of pot right now. I'm sure a lot of people are stressed the hell out as well. I will load a bowl for you right now. I just smoked a pretty decent fatty. I guess I could spark that while I'm loading the bowl. It actually wasn't that fat, but it was enjoyable. Had hash on it. It's one of the first ones I've smoked in a long time that I wish I had a pair of fucking... Can't I see anything? What did I do? Cat jumped up and I moved. Now, do I have some humuscuts? I know what I got. Just looking for a way to smoke this fucking thing. There we are. There's my pirate stone. As I break my guitar. But yeah, I love these things for smoking joints. Oh yeah, Mickey D. He wasn't very good, but the new Joker movie was badass. The one with was it Joaquin Phoenix or some shit? What's his name? He's fucking awesome too. He's awesome. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. He's so cool too. He's just a cool guy. I feel like I would hang out with that guy. Get him high. But anyway, and as an actor, he fucking kills it. Gypsy, I liked it. I have it, but I haven't watched it. I have the ability to watch it, I should say. I haven't. I never watched it, I think. Spicy. It was incoherent to me, and I tried to push the mental and tried to push the mental illness thing in a really weird way. They could have done that a lot more. Wait, they could have done a lot more with that angle. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. I've heard good things. I heard it was good, and I remember at the time, I think I was trying to see movies or something like that, and it was one of the only good-looking ones, but I just haven't seen it. It's on my list of things to watch, though. Now, Mickey D, the Birds of Prey movie sucked. Is that the one with, what's his face? Jared Leto, as you say? As you say? Okay. Mickey D. Apparently, he is in the new Matt Reeves Batman movies universe, but he isn't the real Joker. Okay, that's kind of cool, though. Could be. Is that... I don't know. I haven't seen any of those. I'm so out of touch with those. I haven't watched movies in a very long time. But I like listening to movies I should watch and then getting them and having them to watch in a later time. Or like making a list of things to watch. Yeah. My list is so huge, it's fucking grim. All right. Margaret, Mickey D says, what is it? Margaret Robbie's, Harley Quinn was the Birds of Prey movie. Okay. Joker isn't in this one. Okay, yeah, I remember seeing something about it, trailer on maybe YouTube or something of that one. It sucked it wasn't any good. I think I don't know, I haven't watched any of the new stuff, so I couldn't tell you where they're getting it right or wrong. Spicy Dorito. Jared Leto is a strange man. I forgot he was in 30 Seconds to Mars. I used to love that band when I was 13. I didn't even know that. It's kind of cool to know that you said that. I didn't know he was in a band. I don't know anything about him. I think that they did make an iconic looking Joker. I don't think I like what they did, but like I can see him in my head, which means a lot, because I didn't even see the movie, but they fucking sure pushed it on, he seemed like he was, they're like, look, he's got tattoos. He's Lil Joker in this one. I don't know. Daydreamer. Totally need one of those for my blunts. This thing is my favorite thing to smoke joints on. Blunts are a little rough, but some of them have way bigger holes. But if I wanted to, you can smoke it now, where you can't even see it, like a pipe. And if you don't hit it too hard, you can smoke it to nothing. These are my favorites. I used to have ones with mushrooms on them. Most of the ones, I think I still have another one too, with skulls. But since I started smoking with filters, I don't use it anymore. But when I used to, that's how I'd smoke my joints, is with this. And they look just like these. They get harder and harder to find, I'm sure, but I think I've even seen them on Amazon, because I looked a couple years ago. It's been quite a few, so I don't know. They get hard to find, but yeah. Some are made out of stone too. I want one that's like actually. I should get a fucking. I wonder how hard it would be to fucking make one out of like a cool rock or gem or some shit like that. Get a fucking. What are those stupid fucking things called? I used to have one. Dremel drill that you can actually cut into shit. It'd be cool to make those. I'd do it. All right, Daydreamer. Totally need one of those. I highly recommend them. Gypsy. I mostly watch baby cartoon shows or Minecraft videos right now. Okay, yeah, what's the Minecraft videos? They just made a world and a story? Or that's weird. I saw that they like had a TV show. I'm like, but I guess that makes sense. So many people were watching other people just play Minecraft. At some point, Minecraft's like, okay, we need to just make a TV show. We're huge. But that's cool. Kids are fun. I know as a kid, I had a weird thing where it's like, we're watching what I'm watching, and you're a kid, but we're going to mostly watch. Well, I just had to watch things that were acceptable to everyone, I think, a little bit. I'm sure that's not 100% true. Mickey D. Today was the first half of the DC fandom. They introduced a new Batman game where he's dead, and Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hook take up his mantle in a new Suicide Squad game where you have to kill the Justice League, and a bunch of new DC movies. That's kind of cool. Good for them. I'm sure that they're fucking. Especially now is a good time to be doing games and stuff. Get people to stay inside and just fucking play some video games. What's wrong with that? Now's a good time for it. Daydreamer. I watched, I guess, a 90 Day Fiance, and it was hilarious. I've never even heard of it. That's kind of cool. See, yeah, right now is a good time for movies and to just watch something, have some fun, stay inside. So, Mickey D, and the new Avengers game looks sick too. Spicy Dorito. How are your shroomies? Shroomies are looking good. I did one harvest, and they're okay. They did just fine. I'll show you some pictures. So, here's a couple of the plant kingdom. Oh, let's see here. Wonder how far the shrooms are. Should I just jump in the shrooms to have? So, here's a little time lapse of the shrooms. Boom. Then here's a couple of the plants where they're doing. What's the weight on the first harvest? I haven't completely dried them yet, but not much. Ooh, that's a cool shot of the sun, but you can't really see it. The sun's been like purple or orange, which is really cool. There's the panda in her natural habitat. There's one of the only pictures I took of camping. Oop, was the dog. There's the dog. There's my camping buddy. That's my girlfriend's dog. Awesome dog. And that's my girlfriend. Right there. Figured you would all want to see her. There she is. But that's where we went camping. Mickey D. So I'm guessing the first harvest was light. I probably could weigh it real quick. Get a rough idea. Why not? Something to do. And I have no clue. We'll take a quick look because I'm curious myself. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not super bummed. All right. Gypsy, love the panda. Thank you. I do too. She's right there. She wants me to turn on her toy again. Enjoy. Shrooms are fun. Always make me want to trip alone, and I can't even talk much. Me too. I feel you. Very, very, very antisocial experience for me. Do you have any similar experience? Very, very, very similar experience. That's the experience I usually have is I can't be around too many people. I think, again, that's too much of like thinking about other people and thinking about maybe how, I don't know. There's a lot to that. But yes, I always end up going by myself and trying to enjoy it by myself. And it's something I just have to experience. And I usually end up like, there's been many times I just lay in a dark room, very comfortable, and maybe put on some light music and fucking just chill out, or any music you like, or whatever, and just quiet and just. And I've had some great experiences like that, which some people would not think that was good, but yes. And I remember when I first did ecstasy, no one told me. I had a hallucinogenic experience on ecstasy. I was tripping balls. I'm like, okay, I'm tripping. I know what tripping is. I'm fucking tripping, son. And no one warned me for that. I thought it was just going to make me feel good. Everyone else is fine. But some people take hallucinogenics and they're fine and don't have that experience. But I do. And I become very anti. And I ended up being by myself. And I had a waterbed at the time. And I just sat on my waterbed and rolled my balls off by myself. I didn't want no one fucking touching me. I don't want back rub. I don't want to feel good. I'm tripping nuts, son. I'm fucking, I don't know. I'm too much. I got too much going on in here, and I don't need anything else. Enjoy. LS, yes, X. No one fucking told me. I felt like I was fucking tripping, son. I know what tripping is. I've done acid. I've done mushrooms. That's it. That's it for the most part. I think I've eaten a little bit of a mescaline button, and it didn't really do much for me, but I have experienced that. trying to think. There should be other things. I think that's mostly it. There's other things I'd like to do now. No, I'm just checking. But enjoy. Do you ever rave? No, but I was just saying that earlier, where like I've even got to the point where I'm like, I like this music just so I can go and have fun. And I want to go to like Burning Man or something like that. But I usually end up having a very, like you said, antisocial experience is a very good way of putting it. And in doing that, it makes it so I don't want to go into a party or into a large group of people or into fucking concerts or even rough. I will take very small amounts of mushrooms to the point where if you take a small amount of mushrooms, it just increases your visual acuity. You know, you can see bright colors and shit like that. I think a lot of people reach those phases and think they've tripped. You know, I see the colors are really bright. You're happy. You're giggling. Everything's funny. You're feeling good. That's just a good old time. It's like having a fucking like a beer or something. I'm like, dude, you've never been drunk. You've never been fucking tripping nuts, son. Like when you hit a certain amount, and I don't see how people fucking can, you know, do much else. I don't. You know, shit's fucking exploding with colors and transforming, like, kind of, especially I usually am by myself and closing my eyes and all these things are going on, or I'm like tripping out on something and I don't exactly hallucinate, but it's a very, some people have some insane shit happening and everyone's different. I feel like it just exposes that really drastically on how everyone can have a different experience. It's amazing how different our perception is all the time. When you're explaining how this has changed your perception and what it's doing to you, you realize that we never even started from the same spot, you and I. You know, our sober zero is not the same. We have different perspectives anyway. In fact, we might share more common perspectives at high hallucinogenic rates than we do now. You never know where we all start from completely different spots and end up in the same plane by doing such. Just chemicals and shit like that. All right. Mickey D. Mine is usually a social thing, and I joke and laugh a lot. And that's the goal. And I've also noticed when I was younger, it was a lot easier to do that. I could do high, even some pretty high doses and hang out. But now I feel like I'm like, I just need to. And I take it more serious now. I take my own mind and my own life a whole lot more serious than I did as a kid. Mickey D, I did X before I ever tripped and realized after I tripped that I tripped on X. Yeah, see? Okay, thank you for noticing that because that's how I kind of felt about it. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like tripping, dude. I'm tripping. So, I don't know. Spicy Dorito. I've done many substances. At my first festival at 17 and started, I started the 3 days with a huge squirt of liquid and I ended with 4 G's of ket. So I definitely don't know how I feel about ketamine. LSD, I have mixed opinions on, but plant-based substances, I don't do anything that anyone else does. You know, if you hand me something, I'm sorry. I don't know what it is exactly, because you probably don't know what it is exactly. Now, if we're friends and I know, like, again, my best thing is, like, if we knew each other, well, this was a good scale, but now I don't trust it, because now it's moving around even. Ain't gonna work. Damn it, I think the battery is dead. Might be able to get a rough estimate here. Or not. All right. I don't know. It's fucked. I can't tell you what this is saying. My guess is probably like 3 grams, 4 grams, which isn't much. Like I said, that's almost nothing. When they're dried out, it doesn't look like a lot, does it? They're huge when they're in your hands. Still smell good. I say, do I got a little teeny one? Yeah. So, yeah. I also have been thinking about just maybe eating just a little tiny bit every day. The old microdose, and it's nice to have these. A part of my mind tells me they just legalized. Look how, I don't know if you can see how blue that is. Very blue. Oh, Daydreamer, keep on token. Good night. You have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining, as always. And I'll just let them do their thing in there for a while. But cat's like, oh my god. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Come here. Come here, cat. Say hello to all the nice people. I know you like mushrooms too. I set one of these mushrooms down, and within 2 seconds, she was fucking chewing on it and had it in her mouth. I'm like, god damn it. Get away from the shrooms, cat. I don't need a cat tripping balls. That's fine. All right. Good night, says Spicy Dorito. Good night, everybody, to Daydreamer. Daydreamer, you have a wonderful night. We're going to spin the wheel dabs just for you. Have a good night. All right. And way too many things in between, including about 100 nitrous balloons. Spanonian. Oh, purple shark. I like the shark. All right. I have done nitrous a couple times. I didn't love it. I was young, and it made my head go, and everything was like kind of double visioning and then straightened out, and like I'm like, oh wow, that was fucking intense, and I couldn't see that something. It was funny, and I was like laughing and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I was really young, and then you kind of feel like lightheaded, but I'm like, that's not really like my idea of getting stoned. Even by that, I'm like, I don't know about that. I'm not against it. I think there's much worse things out there. Mickey D, I watch movies or shows when I'm tripping and joke around about the fun shit that only you think up when you're tripping balls. No shit. Movies are dope as fuck. I watched Alice in Wonderland, Lemony Snicket's The Universe, Batman, Ghostbusters, while tripping shrooms. See, yeah, if you take a small amount of harmaline, harmaline root, which is an MAO inhibitor. So if you inhibit your MAO a little bit and just eat a small amount of mushrooms and watch TV, it's called vegetable television, because you can kind of like, you trip balls, but it's mostly, it makes TV very entertaining. Yeah, I've done that. I've watched all the Indiana Jones movies, the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, Uncut. Quite a few others stand out as movies we watched. Lots of South Park episodes. That's awesome. Enjoy. How much do you usually eat at a time? So I haven't eaten a lot. The last time I did was a long time ago, because it was at a concert, so it was like a year or two ago. Probably like 3 years ago. It's been a long time. And I only ate like a gram and a half, and maybe a gram, I'd say, a solid gram. And which is far under my usual. And like I said, I had that experience where everything was awesome. It was raining, and it was the Pink Floyd Laser Light Show, or the Pink Floyd Brit Floyd, which, if you know what Brit Floyd is, it's the best Pink Floyd cover band. Really that well, yeah, that I've seen. There's other types and other people, but they're the best I've seen, and it's just fucking sick. So they have the old laser light show from Pink Floyd back in the day. They just got their old shit and picked it up, which is great. And it was raining, and the laser lights were going through the rain, and everywhere it was like sparkling because the rain would hit and reflect. So like the lasers were fucking sparkling. So they weren't just cool lasers, they were sparkling. And I'm like, holy shit, that is just. And it wasn't to the point where it was like colors were exploding off of it, but they were beautiful, extra beautiful. And it was out in the mountains, and it was freezing cold, fucking soaking rain, like one of the wettest I've ever gotten at a concert, just soaked. And I was so in a good place, but I knew if I wasn't tripping, I probably would be like, okay, I'm cold and unhappy. But it made it a beautiful experience. Also, I've learned smoking pot. I've never done dabs while tripping, but smoking pot helps me, put myself in a better mood. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, oh yeah, smoking pot. Some people are like, oh, if you smoke pot, you start tripping so bad and don't do it. I'm like, no, smoking pot's like, okay, get me back on the track. It's a way of, someone once said, smoking pot is like using a sail on the sailboat when you're sailing the seas tripping. You know what I mean? It'll help navigate you into better zones. And he's like, if my thoughts ever start going to blood and insects and meat, shit like that, bad imagery, he's like, that's time for a J. That's my body saying, roll another bomber. Especially if you just think in your mind it's a good thing to get into. But I didn't answer your question. How much do I normally eat at a time? My recommendation for everybody, if you really want to trip, be in 3.5 grams. If you don't trip off of that 3.5 grams, and for someone within, under 200 pounds, above 100 pounds, between 100 and 200 pounds, then, if you're a bigger person, you probably need more. If you're a smaller person, you probably need less. But I remember when I used to do shrooms a lot, and I had them, I'm like, if I don't trip off of an eighth, then I think they're kind of weak shrooms. The Terrence McKenna suggested heroic dose is 5 dried grams. And yes, at the 5 grams and up, you're not. That's when shit, I want to say, gets real. And maybe it does. Maybe it gets a little bit too real, realer than it's ever been. But at the same time, I don't know, intense. I think the most I've ever done was a lot. What would that be? Like over a day, about 14 to 15 grams over a full day. I mean, I woke up at like probably 10 or something, let's say noon or 10 or something around there. And then we tripped until 1 or 2 o'clock that night. You know what I mean? I was still fucking just coming down. So a full day. So not all at once I ate it, but we were throughout the day, we finished off a lot. Like fucking an ounce between 2 people. And I think I ate a little bit more. That's why I want to say 15 grams. And I was tripping nuts. Really, really hard. But I also had a great time. It was funny. That's young. I always feel like your mind is so, the plasticity of it is so good when you're young. It's like, everything's fine. And as you get older, it's like, oh, reality. Don't break my reality. And because I couldn't imagine doing that much now. And I watched the Hellraiser movies and ate rigatoni. Eating rigatoni, watching Hellraiser, having a grand old time. it was just, that was what was on. I think someone else was watching it, and I was tripping, and we were making rigatoni, and just good time. Now I'm like, oh man, that's just asking for weird times, huh? But yeah. All right. Let's see here. All right, here we go. How much do you usually eat? Spicy Dorito. I used to live for intensity when it came to drugs. I learned a lot of hard lessons when it came to getting cocky with that shit. No shit. Mickey D, I do a full eighth and watch movies. That's probably, like I said, you're tripping. I say. Enjoy. Yeah, 3.5 is a nice trip. Just lasts so long. Yeah, sometimes that gets annoying. Yeah, that's the worst trips I've ever had. Where always I just want them to end. So that's why DMT is very enticing. Mickey D, it's been 5 years for me. I started while playing Arkham Knights and went into playing Guitar Hero and then watched The Universe on Netflix. It's been 5 years for me since you've tripped? Or what? Yeah. That's good. Enjoy. Damn, DMC. Yeah, no shit. Well, those all seem like fun things to do while tripping. Mickey D, shrooms make my body feel good. I weigh 250 and I trip on an eighth. So there you go. But I don't know. Everyone's different. That's the thing too. And I've done a lot of research recently, and I've learned that so I bought mushrooms thinking like I wasn't trying to get the strongest ones, but I didn't even do enough research before I bought them. I did more research after I bought them. I just wanted ones that were easy to grow, was like the big thing for me. And every strain of mushroom, they said, it's hard to, like, every time I look at information, it's always contradicting itself. So they're like, this strain of mushroom is the strongest. And then you look at half of the forums and they say it's the weakest. This one makes your stomach feel okay. This one's the worst for your stomach. These ones are the hardest growth. These ones, and then what I've learned is each mushroom can contain vastly different amounts of psilocybin and psilocin in each mushroom. Like one will have higher of that, and one will have the higher the other. One will have almost that's in the same strain coming from the same mycelium of the same fucking thing. They're as close as you can get. So I did learn that they have generalities, but for the most part, it's always different for every person. And then every person has different tolerances to everything. Some people I can feel small drugs like Tylenol and aspirin, and I don't really enjoy it, and I don't take them because of it, because I can tell that they are doing something, and I don't like it. It's nice to feel better, but that's about it. Mickey D, yeah, 5 years since my last trip, and that's everything I did. Wait, and that's everything I did that night. Oh, okay. And that's how long it is. Yeah, I started tripping while playing Arkham Knight. I remember you telling me that one time on one of these, and then went to playing Guitar Hero. Man, that'd be even harder for me. I thought, what the fuck? And then started watching The Universe on Netflix. See, it can go on for a long time sometimes tripping. I don't know if playing guitar or if tripping would help my Guitar Hero playing. That's kind of cool, but it did. Enjoy Through the Fire and Flames on Expert. You were good at it anyway, though, I believe, right? For some reason, I was super focused. Yeah, no shit. Well, I've heard that in a lot of things. I heard someone who like went to some fucking like I forget what test, but like a big test, tripping nuts, and they're like, "Dude, I aced it, and I hadn't even studied." He's like, "I just fucking." Sometimes it can do weird shit for you. Spin the wheel of dab. Was it 10 o'clock? I'm playing the bass here soon. Kindness. Enjoy. Funky bass. That's badass. Thank you, sir. I haven't been playing a lot. I need to start playing again. I've been busy doing other things. So, but I like playing. Alright. Mickey D, I'm going to smoke some more resin. Is that even how you spell it? Probably not. Sucks smoking that. Yeah, no shit. Enjoy. How long have you been playing? I mean, I've always been into music, but I'd say like my mom got me a bass again when I turned for Christmas, I want to say, and it was maybe I was 16, 17-ish. I don't know. It's been a while, but really, I've been playing my whole life. I just I started trying to play the guitar, but the bass has always just kind of called to me. I like playing the bass, so. But let's say a solid 20 years right in there. So Mickey D, 20 years. That's my guess. See, bam. I'd say right in 20 years. And I've gone. It's kind of like if you ask me how long have I been skateboarding, I could say 20 years, but I haven't been skateboarding in years. There was a time when I stopped doing a lot of things. I stopped growing. I stopped growing mushrooms right when I first started learning. I started learning them like 10 something years ago, 11 years ago. got one batch in, like where I'm at right now, and it didn't even go as good as this one. I got just discouraged by my lack of how it went. Those plants got eaten by fucking aphids and the spider mites, and I just let that go to shit. I don't know. I don't know why I let all that shit happen. I lost all the people I hung out with. I don't know. Shit was a little rough. I personally wasn't doing that great mentally either. And again, I'm very empathetic, and if the people around you aren't happy, and the person I was with wasn't doing very well and had anxiety problems and shit like that, and it rubs off on me quite easily. So I don't know. I didn't play for a very long time, and right when I started saying, right towards the end of that is when I started playing music again. And then I was in a bad mood. I didn't feel like playing music then again. But Mickey D, I stopped skating too. I miss it very much. Yeah. Skating is another one of those things. Fortunately, I've always known the guitar would be there for me as I get older because it's a lot easier on your body, except for your fingers. But I still wouldn't mind skating again. Enjoy. I just started getting on a skateboard again. Yeah, I've been off my skateboard now for like 6 years, which sucks. But like I was saying earlier, I never stopped thinking about skateboarding, watching skateboarding. The only video game I play is a skateboarding video game. And the only 2 games I play is... Yeah, that's just dripping fucking shit. I need paper to wipe that goo on. The only games I play is Session, a skateboarding video game, and Rocksmith, the video game where you can play your guitar on there. I stopped playing video games too. I just don't play them. I have no time. If I had more time, I would. I enjoy them. They help me when I'm feeling like a lot of people. If you're not feeling so great, they are a great escape. So skateboarding's always been on my mind. Mickey D, I started. I got old and I can't shred like I used to. I definitely used to shred. Mickey D, I have, but I just don't skate, and it bums me out. You have one. See, I need a new skate. I got that skateboard right there. I guess it'd be right there for you. But I don't want to skate that. It's such a sweet deck. I don't want to do it. Enjoy. Yeah, getting old sucks. No time for anything now. Yeah, no shit. I'm trying to fix that, but moving up to the mountains won't be exactly good for. Because that might be one of my near goals is next decade. I should get some skating in now. Mickey D, you're getting an Xbox and Skate 4 when it comes out. I should. You have Xbox? I like Xbox. I think my girlfriend has a PlayStation though. She likes games. I don't know games, so I haven't got quite into what games she likes, but I know she plays games. I think she's got a PS whatever's out. PS4 or whatever they're on. But I could get one. God, you know what? I would, especially playing games online with someone I know who actually knows skateboarding. And you can I'm sure they'll have a good trade on videos and fucking team shit. A current one would be great because I played Skate 3 and didn't have any real friends who played, and it was a little bit late. Because I guarantee no matter how that Skate 4 goes, the online won't last that long compared to a classic game. Not that many skateboarding games, although I have high hopes. And they just came out with a new Tony Hawk game, and so it's definitely in there. And then Session is the game I play, and then they have Skater XL, and yeah. No, you are getting one. I know, right? Like I said, played games with you, someone who knows skateboarding or anyone else who would actually know, and I could do a team things, that would be a lot of fun. It's like the last thing I need, but it'd be a lot of fun. Mickey D, no, you're getting one, bud. Even I have to hook you up with one of mine. Yeah, no shit. I still play Skate 3. We could play online together still. I don't have an Xbox anymore. Enjoy. Do you prefer concentrates or flour? Prefer? I would have to state flour, but I mostly dab here, and dabbing is fun. I don't know. Flour is the best, but you know, the problem is most dispensary flour isn't that great. Even their buds and decent buds. Like I got decent buds. Like I have some good nuggets going on today. It smells okay, it looks okay, but it just isn't like the homegrown stuff I grow, or even when my buddies grow it homegrown. Or would you like just know someone who has the real hookup at a dispensary or some shit, like when they work there or something? It just isn't the same. I do notice that hash does get me higher, but flour has. I enjoy smoking joints and shit like that. So usually I get an ounce of shake for rolling joints and blunts, an ounce of buds for loading bongs and bowls, and then an ounce of shatter to forget about life. Mickey D, I've got 2 Xbox Ones and I'm going to buy a new one when it comes out. I've been saving up for a while now. Me and the wife play Red Dead Redemption 2. That's cool. Together. That's cool. I just went out to eat with Kenzie, who's usually out here. She's actually in Denver. That's why we were able to do so. And she met her husband playing games online and then moved out from Ohio to Minnesota to be with him. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. To meet someone playing games like that, I thought that was cool. And then to have like super long relationship and start life with each other is nice. I know my girlfriend plays games. I just don't know which ones. Yeah, why do you have that many though? Oh, you have 2 and you want a new one. You play 2 because you play together. That's kind of cool. Enjoy. How are the prices out there? I'm in California and stuff's hard to find deals. So I buy an ounce of hash at a time, which is really hard now because I have no money. I'm broke as fuck. I'm as broke as I've been in the last 10 years. Work's been that shitty. And so buying an ounce is kind of hard. It usually costs quite a bit, but the price break on buying that much drops it low enough to make it doable. So Mickey D, I pay $50 for a half out here in Colorado, which is fucking awesome. Damn, I'm paying 80 to 120 for half. So yeah, and when I went to California, but I will say if you see my Psycho Las Vegas video I just put out, the first one that's only 9 minutes long or whatever, so it's not too boring and full of just random metal people that you probably never heard of. I talk about going to the dispensary in California when I'm out there. It's cool dispensary I videotaped, and they're cheap as stuff. I think I paid $80 for a quarter. It's huge, but it was good. It's all prepackaged, but yeah, it's expensive out there. I get, but they're shit. Get what you pay for a little bit, but you can get a lot of deals here in Colorado. Mickey D, and I'm broke as fuck too, so I can't buy an ounce. I pay 80 for an ounce at the Green. Pretty good too. See, but their bud, it's not that it's bad. It's just that I have a high standard. You know what I mean? When I grow pot, it's not the same. You know what I mean? It just isn't. And when you have home, or people who, like I was hanging out with a dude who fucking like helps run the Oni Seed Company. Like he helps run a seed company, so he has like legit strains and fucking legit smoke. It's just really, really good. And I'm like, dude, it's not the same. I get stoned on almost another level. It's like that's why I have to do a dab and smokable. I'm like, dude, that's the combined effect of smoking some of those really good homegrown pot. So, and you know what's in it. So grow your own if you can. That's my best. And it saves you money. That's why I'm gonna try doing it. I pay a good $300-400 a month in pot, and that's like I have to buy about that much, and that sucks because I don't have that much money, and now I haven't been able to, and I'm not super stoked. So I smoke more on these than I do any other time. So I love doing these. Otherwise, I'm loading a lot of bowls. I'm not rolling a lot of joints. Times are hard as fuck for this guy. I'll figure it all out. Shit's gonna get better. I'm more positive than I've been in a long time. On that note, I am going to do one more dabber. Not two. Not once, not twice, but thrice. No, one more, and then I'm gonna probably call it a night. Mickey D, it's usually dog shit. Yeah, that's the thing with the green solution, but they do have decent prices and a good selection of. Now, one thing I will always recommend the green solution for is, and I haven't been there in like 10 years, so I don't know. But they used to have a ridiculous selection of edibles. Like every candy bar, all the popcorns, caramels, cotton candies, ice creams, fucking sauces, butters, like everything. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I don't get a lot of edibles anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Here's Mickey D. Read the comment right for that dog shit one. Oh, wait. Your pot is the fucking best. Okay. Every other homegrown I've had doesn't compare with what you grow. It's usually dog shit. Okay, I thought you meant the $80. I did miss that. The $80 ounce at the Green Solution. I mean, I don't. But I have had other people who grow it really good like that. But I usually do grow pretty good. And there's something about when you grow it from like in this room and smoke it in that room, like it hasn't had any transfer, and you get to pick the good buds and shit. But yeah. Enjoy. Good shit. Love the show. Cheers to the final dab. Yeah. Final dab for the evening. It's 10:25, and I went camping. Like I said, I woke up camping this morning, so I was still on that after camping, and then I gotta go to work early in the morning on a 10-hour shift. Hopefully, it works good. And yeah, so I need some good sleep tonight. Like I should probably already be sleeping. So. But I'm happy to be back with the cats. I don't want to wake him up. He's sleeping. All right. And here we go. Let's see what we get. But thank you, Mickey D. Yeah, I've gotten that comment a few times that my buds are pretty good. 7 of 10. But I will say this on it, and this is why I went and got seeds instead of just going to a dispensary around town and getting clones. You can only grow with as good as what you start. You know, your genetics you start with are really important. And dispensaries don't like sharing good genetics because they can't even get them for themselves, apparently. So, yeah, that makes a big difference. 7 of 10, it looks like. Yes, it does. And let's take it out. But oh, sorry, buddy. I'm gonna wake you up. You'll have to say goodnight to everyone before sneezes. Bless you. Bless you again. Mickey D, I would say 9.5 out of 10, dude. It was that dank. Yeah, I was really pleased with. And again, it's who. I used to have a really good connection on clones. Like I was getting clones of like breeders who had top selection. So you're getting really like that clone. All you have to do is let it do its thing, and you get. I got green crack this time because, okay, Mickey D, you asked me earlier about Cypress Hill or Cottonmouth Kings. I'm growing green crack right now. I know of, I mean, I had seen it around, but green crack's always been popular because the Cottonmouth Kings always rap about it. So I'm a big Cottonmouth Kings fan. But I'm growing some green crack right now, and I've smoked some really good green crack, so I'm hoping it turns out dope. All right, Mickey D, best weed I ever smoked was back in 2002 in Cali. It was like green. It tasted like that hydro, lime green. Yeah, I like that. Sometimes that could be really, yeah, Krypton, that kryptonite. All right, one last of the water because again, I do not know how old this water is. And I can't find it anywhere. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. Well, what do they say? Smell is one of the strongest senses leading back to memory. Like you get a smell of something, it'll remind you of something from years and years ago. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. So, I mean, sometimes you get a bud or something that like just brings you back. And I know I have. Enjoy. Damn, I was 10 in 02. Yeah, you weren't very old either, Dan. Mickey D. The DNC. But that's how it rolls in Cali. When you're rolling with the Vatos. 02. How old was I? I was 16. Yeah, 15, 16-ish. So yeah, I was definitely blazing. I remember blazing I distinctly remember blazing up on the countdown to Y2K, 1999. I'm a pre-millennium. Because I smoked a big old joint and went to a friend's house for the 2000 countdown and watched the Futurama episode for the first time. They aired the first Futurama on 2099, and I watched it that night. And I knew it was a really awesome show. Yeah, come on. So that's 20 years solid. I know for a fact I've been blazing for 20 years because I distinctly remember smoking on that. We met at 17 and I asked about 2 hours. I skated for about 2 hours before we smoked and then got fucked up. That's kind of cool. 17. Man, that's a long time ago. Sounds about right. Definitely when my skateboarding was like at peaked. I was very into skateboarding at 17. Never was I very good at it. I think the best thing I ever got to is I was starting to almost land some 360 flips. And but I was never good at kick flips. I was getting better at my 360 flips than kick flips. I could varial flip, very easy. Almost I couldn't stomp my heels, but I could get it to do the flip. Cheers, everybody. Man, that seems like that was hotter than it should have been. Mickey D, your tray flips were really sick. Well, that's a very nice thing of you to say. Not true, but very nice of you to say. From someone who actually can bust them and fucking kind of. Tray flip, yeah, I just can't. I still suck at kick flips. I don't know, tray flips were just easier, but they were probably pretty wild. I did kind of just like, oh no, I had it down. I don't know, but thank you. You liked flat ground more though, like Rodney Mullen shit. Yes, I did. I should have just got a flat ground deck, and I probably would have been okay. I loved how Rodney Mullen took flat ground skating and did street stuff with it. I definitely didn't get a formal education in skateboarding. I had to learn it on my own over years. I did more of the I think Tony Hawk, the video game, did more for my skateboarding than anything else. You know, it just made me want to do it so bad. And it was mostly Rodney Mullen. Watching the Rodney Mullen video at the end of the Tony Hawk game. It's like Tony Hawk 2, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was Tony Hawk 2. Mickey D, you could Casper stall every time better than anyone. You learned a lot from me as well, and Dave. And so I always think about you guys and Simpson and a couple of other people, where I'm like, you know, and with the bass, I knew talented bass players and guitar players. Where I'm like, I'm not bad, but I knew people who were legit good, and I wouldn't call myself legit good. Bass playing now, I think I'm legit okay. I still can't call myself. It's hard. But as for me, folks, it's food, sleep. I'm gonna try and get some videos out, but who knows? I was gonna do them, but I didn't know how well everything was gonna turn out with the shrooms and with the plants. So I'm like, well, I don't want to start making a video and giving people advice and be like, this is how you kill things, apparently. So I want to keep it a little more positive. Mickey D, going to Denver every day back then was awesome. Yeah, I had no fear back then. Now my old ass will break a hip. No, yeah, you used to tear it up, man. Those good times. I love Denver still. It was just fun. Enjoy, Night Venom. Good night, everybody. I will be here next week and hanging out. That's what I like to do. So I know I will next week for sure. So anyway, till then, be sure to take it easy. I did put out a couple of videos. I can actually say, check out an old video. Mickey D, always great to chat. Enjoy. Awesome. Everybody, keep on rocking in the free world. Whatever that means. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything anymore. Keep on rocking for a free world. How about that? Anyway, till next time, everybody. Take it easy. Keep it keefy. We'll see you next week. Stay safe. Stay happy.